Hello, everybody, and welcome to the EU Solo Finals for the Evasion Solos Battles. It is going to be an absolute powerhouse of an event because we have four amazing competitors that I personally cannot wait to see absolutely slay. We've seen them through every single round, watching them dominate each of their brackets and just murder everybody. But before we get into that, let me introduce who I am going to be casting with today. Two extremely handsome gentlemen. One from the EU himself, Jeepo. How are you doing, brother?
Doing all right, my friend. Doing all right. Very hyped to be here tonight and watch these guys murder.
And that's exactly what I'm expecting, especially from every one of these competitors, is a lot of murder to happen. Because let's be honest, they are all slayers on every map that we've seen, but also joined by the handsome Spectre. What is up?
What's going on? It's good to be here. Super thrilled.
We're extremely happy to have you, as always, with our entire casting crew here. Thank you for coming and watching the finals, and we want to say, hey guys, much love to all of you, because we have a lot more coming up here at Evasion over the next few weeks. But guys, welcome to the event, and yeah, man, let's introduce exactly what you guys are going to be seeing. If you have happened to miss every single event from, the past few weeks, up until now, whether it was NAs or EU, and you don't actually know what's going on, guys, this is the solo battles. This is where we take four competitors, we pit them against one another on 5 different maps, except for one, which is going to be our first map, which will be Factory, where they'll load in by themselves. Every other map after that, they will load in together. And once they do, they will take a moment to get away from each other, and then all insanity breaks out for murder time. And I can't wait, man. We are always, as casters, we get super excited and invested into the rounds that we're watching as much as you do at home, and it is just like getting those different perspectives, something unique that this tournament offers that a lot of other tournaments don't. Having those moments where we see two competitors across from one another, locking eyes as they take shots, and one comes out victorious, or maybe sometimes they get away from each other. But we'll find out today for all of that as we get into the battles. But guys, if you want to know more about these battles, what we're going to need from you to do is head over to our website, evasion.gg's. That is going to be evasion.gg. You'll be able to find the rules, applications, calendar, all over on the website. So if you guys want to know what's happening specifically for each round of the battle today, you can head over there, go to solo battles, and check out all of the rules. Also, information about the duo battles and whenever signups are happening. We just had signups close for our duo battles, and man, there are some amazing, you want to talk about teams that are absolutely going to decimate. Some of the people that we saw sign up and decide to go into the duos battles together is going to be powerhouse stacked. So if you ever want to sign up for any events, you're a streamer here on Twitch, head over to the website. Make sure you are checking that out. Also, over on the website, there is the calendar, which will give you information about exactly when all of our events are going on, so you can always be up to date. And last but not least, guys, make sure you are checking out Evasion socials. So if you are ever curious about anything, make sure you are following Evasion over on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And also, if you want to go back and watch any of the tournaments that have happened in the past, see how some of our competitors got here today for the finals, make sure you head over to youtube.com/evasion_GG. And that's where you can find all of that information. Oh, well, with all of that out of the way, I'm very excited to talk to you guys about what we're going to be experiencing today with these competitors. And let's go ahead and take a look at who those competitors are and how they got here. So today, for your championship round, we have Blank TV, Walker, Gary TV, which, by the way, if you do not know, everybody in chat, today is Gary's birthday. Make sure you go over to Gary's channel, show Gary some love, say happy birthday, and all of our competitors, give them a follow. Follows are free. And last but not least, the Team Evasion representative herself, Blitzer Girl. This is going to be an absolute stacked powerhouse of a championship, and I'm excited to see what every one of these competitors are going to do. So they have battled their way all the way from the group stages through the semifinals to this championship round to get here to the very first map. They've all experienced it. They know what to expect. It is going to be our factory gun game. And that is what we're going to jump straight into with every single one of these competitors. Now, Spectre, we've seen each one of these competitors week in and week out compete in factory gun game. Let me ask you, what are you expecting from these competitors into this tournament? Like, what strats do you think we'll see going into this?
One thing I'm curious about and that I'll be looking for is whether or not anybody picks up the backpack full of magazines. I've really liked seeing that one develop. We didn't see that early on. It was a later development that people started bringing spare ammo for any weapon they might pick up. So that's one thing I'm going to be looking for. Also, how they choose to handle if they have the Tagilla spawn. We saw yesterday with Blitzer Girl being determined to get that Tagilla kill. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it happen. She just didn't have enough ammo. So that's what I'm going to be looking for, is how they handle what they come up against in the factory raid.
Yeah, and I like that you brought up Blitzer Girl, because Blitzer Girl, being in the championship, actually holds 3 EU records for factory. PMC kills, killed tags, so collecting those tags, and scav kills. So she owns 3 of those. Jeepo, go ahead and tell all of the folks at home exactly what we can expect today.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is Factory Gun Game. It is the first map of the day. Great one to get rid of those cobwebs and get yourself set up into the tournament. It is a solo loading in map. Everybody loads in solo. That does not mean that they will not run into each other in the same raid. We had a little bit of competitor on competitor action on Factory just yesterday, in fact. It is daytime Factory. You can use the entire time limit of the map when you're in there. PMCs are tasked with swapping weapons with their last kill's primary weapon. Points are gained for killing scavs and PMCs, and you get a bonus for melee kills, which is always exciting. If you get a melee kill, you must take their primary weapon. You have to load in with a pistol and any meds or armor that you wish. No throwables, no thermals, no run-throughs either. You get 1 point per scav kill, 1 point per PMC with no tag, 3 points with a tag, 1 point per melee kill, 5 points for Tagilla. Here's hoping for some Tagilla action tonight, and 5 points for extraction as well. I think we are ready and set to load in here with our first competitors all in, and here we are. We have Gary in the bottom left corner. You can see we're using his audio right now. And so, Spectre, you know, what's your thoughts here? All these guys have put some time in. They know how this is going to go. Do you hunt for those player kills first and try and get them off the map? Or are you just looking to you know, get some scavs and maybe get that inferior weapon? What's your play here in the first opening minutes?
I think definitely going straight for the PMCs and trying to get those strong loadouts and also the points for the PMC kills is a solid strategy, especially knowing the level of competitor and level of TARKOV player that these competitors are. They're going to want to go and start clearing out the map so that they can get a little more freedom. Gary picking up some action down below here. Not sure if he picked up that kill.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think so. It looks like he's rocking a Glock there, Blitzer Girl with the FN. Still waiting on our other 2 competitors just to load in here as these guys make their way around the map. We just find it interesting to see what equipment they bring with them as well.
So we do have a poll going on in chat right now. Go ahead and vote. Who do you think will win today out of our 4 competitors? Looks like Blitzer Girl's taking an early lead in the poll. Still a little bit of time to get your vote in for that. While we watch our competitors get in, Blank now spawning, ooh, in the glass hallway. Rough spawn. We'll see how he handles that here.
I think he handled it well. The answer is to run away. It's a really rough spawn, that one. Picking up his first scav kill, and lots of ammo with him, as you can see here, with that Glock 18 as well.
Not a spare slot in his entire loadout. Impressive.
He's committed.
And prepared for his newly acquired weapon with some extra mags. GG's, Blank. Oh no! Blitzer Girl goes down.
We might have jinxed her with talking about her owning all the records there. Unfortunate start for Blitzer. We will get an update on her score as soon as we can for you guys.
And Walker now in raid. So we do have all of our competitors in their first raid. Unfortunately, Blitzer Girl going down pretty early. We'll see if she was able to put any points on the board. Get back to you on that.
Meanwhile, Blank TV picking up a scav and a Taz as well. Low-key best weapon. Oh, and Gary goes down in the bottom
no!
corner. Oof. That was a PMC, I think.
Unfortunate for Gary.
No, dude.
Oh!
Oh, wow. This is a rough start for a lot of our competitors. Walker with the 1 PMC kill there on his death screen. Again, we will get these scores updated as soon as we can, as we're just hanging with Blank now. Our last competitor.
Unfortunate start for 3 of our competitors here. Definitely not what you want to have going into your championship round. This could present Blank an opportunity to really take hold of a strong lead here early on. We'll see what he's able to do with this raid.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes TARKOV be like that. We're all very aware of what it can be like to jump into raid and die early. So absolutely familiar with that feeling. But hopefully Blank here can capitalize on this opportunity. I'll be looking to get rid of that Taz as quickly as I could, though. Certainly seems like an active raid, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds like there's a PMC out there hunting. All right, Blank picking up the melee kill. GG's.
There you go. Gets
Loading
that
in
magazine in as well.
Whatever that is, it sounds mean. Looks like he's going to try and find out what he's dealing with here. I'm sure he has some good ammo loaded in that magazine, which is really going to help him.
Ooh.
GG's, Blank.
That was great.
Cleaning up the aftermath of that fight there. Well done, Blank.
Got to use his gun. Fuck. Then you forgot, chat.
That was very, very calmly done as well. No need to ADS. Knew exactly what he was up to. Oh, getting hit as he runs away, though.
Oh, he's got an
Shotgun
empty
is
gun.
empty.
He's got to reload it. Oh!
If that player hears that shotgun being reloaded, he could have pushed.
There's 2.
You got to...
Okay.
Ooh! Ooh! Grenade out. Good decision here by Blank to relocate,
Boxing the task.
distance himself, collect himself, make sure he's got his weapon ready to go. Definitely doesn't want to get flanked by what he thinks is a 2-man team here. So good call to maneuver out of that kill zone.
Yeah, it certainly feels like the right move.
How the fuck did you get up there? Bro, new factory. Smile. I don't even know how the fuck to get up there. Heck.
I do love being able to hear their thought process.
That is one of the coolest things about getting to watch the Evasion tournament is picking up some... All right, GG's picking up the scav kill. Picking up some strategies that you might not have thought of before. Picking up some different perspectives for some really high-quality Tarkov players.
Nice.
Oh! 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 I don't think he got the weapon.
melee kill. No, he didn't. Not yet.
Fuck you!
You can jump on top of this tent, though. Or push right in the back. There you go.
Excellent job, Blank. He didn't need the other scav's weapon. He's got his melee.
Run, motherfucker. Actually, I might need his mags. On this
Yeah,
one.
I was just gonna say, what's the magazine situation like on that gun?
Shit. Got big points? It's good points. It's good points. Only 10
Looks like
round
that's one
mags.
of the very few weapons he wasn't prepared with
Okay, there
extra
we go.
magazines for.
Okay.
It is
There we
tough
go.
to
Still
prepare
has-
though. There's so many different scav type weapons you can pick up in factory. Shotguns, pistols, half of an AK. It's difficult to know what calibers to bring.
It
Scouts.
definitely is, and I think he did a pretty
Scouts
good
all
job
over
with
there.
it. And I honestly kind of forgot that he is looking for 2 PMCs here.
Before we do
He was
anything.
pretty calm in taking on those scavs, knowing that there's a 2-man PMC
How many
team out
points
there
is
hunting him.
extract?
Extract is 5. That last
Oh.
melee did not count because you did not have the weapon in hand.
Wait, what? I have to have the weapon in my
You have
hand?
to pick up their weapon.
Okay.
You guys can hear the battle mods there in the background just clarifying the points for Blind TV. Big shout out to our battle mods tonight, as always, volunteering their time to help. That was Bolts. Picking up another one.
Blank still working his way through the scavs here, despite there being,
That's fine.
as we're pretty
It's
sure,
alright.
still 2 PMCs running around out there. And absolutely,
Wait, is this buckshot? 7 mil anyway. Okay, cool.
I think he was clearing out the magazine to put the better ammo in. I was confused what he was doing there for a second, but big shout out again to the battle mods who volunteer their time to make these events possible, to update the scoreboards for our competitors and be their guide through the event to let them know what's going on. Ooh!
It's just a little bit hairy there, wasn't it?
That scav was, he had his number. Thankfully, Blank was able to overcome it with multiple attacks from his melee weapon there.
He's slowly accumulating points here. It's a very, very nice start for Blank TV.
And for those of you who are just joining us or don't remember on the rules overlay, GG's. He does have the full raid timer for this raid. And since we can't see those red numbers pop up in the top right, we know he's got at least 10 minutes left if he decides to use all of that time to try and rack up kills here.
Oh, I can kill him with a
And it
mag,
looks like
it's not a
Blitzer
shotgun.
Girl did win our poll for who's expected to
There's one
win.
behind me.
We'll see how that ends up later on.
Oh, push me. Push me.
Now he's
Yeah.
playing with his food here right now, trying to get another melee kill.
Oh, this is a sticky situation.
Yes, sir, it is.
One directly above me. I need this guy to push me. He is.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Great stuff.
He's very comfortable with this
Okay.
Taiga he has.
Yeah, the Tiger is a great melee one-hit kill with a headshot. So it's certainly the melee weapon of choice here for this. Picking up those rifles.
Now, you know what's interesting here, Jeepo? If I'm not mistaken, I'm just remembering, I believe during the group stage, Blank actually got killed by a scav while he was trying to melee it because he didn't have his keybinds correctly set up. I'm really curious if it's what I'm thinking of. I believe it was Blank. So to see him so confidently move through with his melee weapon here is really cool to see how his strategy has developed and how he's fixed his keybind issue.
Yeah, I'm sure chat will remind us if that was Blank, but I think you're correct as well. It doesn't seem to have affected him at all, other than perhaps sorting out those keybinds.
So we are now under the 10-minute mark. He has just over 8 minutes left to try and rack up some more kills. Ooh. That may have been a player's scav.
He was moving a little bit strangely, that scav. Picking up a nice ADAR here. And he is very calm about how he's going around his business here. Switching out every magazine, popping up, getting a kill, popping back underneath.
Not gonna lie. This is the exact raid I wanted. Where them two other PMCs you think extracted?
It would certainly seem like those PMCs have extracted. We haven't really heard much else going on the map. And we hear Blank talking about this is exactly the raid that he needed. Already with 18 points on the board. Keep in mind, if I'm not mistaken, the total points for a factory raid this season were 24. So he's very close to meeting that record here already with still a little over 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, keeping in mind that a full extraction or a safe extraction is 5 bonus points. He just needs another scav to equal the record by my very rudimentary count.
AI to spawn in. That would be nice. Did I get this guy's dog tag? I did, right? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Blank desperately searching for something else alive on this map to get another kill, try to pick up another couple points before he extracts. He does have time. He might possibly get another player scav spawn in. We'll see.
It's fine.
Yeah, he definitely recognizes that he's in a great position here. And he wants to make the most of this. He's just desperately chasing down a couple more scavs. Every point matters, even in this very first raid of the evening. It is the final. We've seen just how close these scoreboards can be. Last night, going into the last raid of the evening, I think it was 1 point between the top 3 competitors. Every point is vital right now.
It definitely is. And with our other 3 competitors going down so early on today, Blank is setting himself up with a very, very strong lead early on here. That's going to pay huge dividends to the later raids. Give him some flexibility in case he does have a bad raid later on. He's setting himself up really well now.
Come on.
I like what he's doing, though. It definitely seems like he's going to stick with this to the bitter end, which I think is the right play. If you get a player scav or 2 coming in, it's more points. Got an ADAR with some decent ammo in it. Certainly looking good here.
Absolutely. He's got plenty of armor. He's got a decent weapon. He might as well use every inch that he's given. Take full advantage of the raid. Can only help in the end.
Mistakes were made. What's more concerning is no fuck is spawning in. Honestly, I'm fine to drop that.
He's fine to drop it, but he's decided just for insurance purposes, he'll put it in the corner. Totally understandable. Those are not cheap.
No, they are
It
not.
may be a
And
competition.
I am sure any player scav that were to finally spawn in there would be tickled pink to pick up that Zabralo.
I'm gonna stand still, chat. Hopefully scavs spawn around me, because I'm not running around the map.
I like it. Big brain move.
A new strat for the final. Their vision's based on movement, chat.
We will see.
Yes, bait them with the shots. When's the last time you saw
I'm
a wood
hoping
furniture
I'm
8R with a 60-round magazine in it?
Alive.
Probably the last time I memed one.
Yeah, I think so.
It's been known to
Hopefully
meme
those
an
pillars are
ADAR with wood furniture, change the
yes.
lower, make it a full auto M4,
Go down here.
and run it. That can be quite a fun thing to do
Setting
towards the end of the wipe.
Terry's chat. It's fine. Right. One last sweep.
There we go.
Still,
One
probably.
last sweep. Hopefully, I'd love to see him. He's had a great first raid here. I'd love to see him catch another couple of scavs.
Toilet Terry's.
Certainly doing everything he can to find them.
Yeah, unfortunately, at the end of the day, we are still at the mercy of the RNG. Tarkov, you know, has a tendency to withhold that which you want the most sometimes. If you want the player scabs, if you want the action, it tends to be dry. It's when you don't want the scabs to appear that they come out of every nook and cranny, it seems.
That's a very good point, to be fair.
Absolute pile of bodies at the bottom of this ramp.
I don't think anything's going to spawn in. I think we're done. Just extract.
And there he is. He's rationalizing. His chat are telling him to extract, and as we all know, chat are never, ever, ever wrong.
Hopefully done 2 on in extract. Surprised Tequila appears. If I'm going to tell me about it.
No Tequila tonight. Hey there. We did have him in 2 of the raids, I believe, last night. And again, RNG based. Would be great to find him lurking underground right now, but I don't think so.
It would indeed. The Tagilla kill is worth 5 points, so it's worth trading out the extraction if you can get that Tagilla kill. Unfortunately, it looks like Blank has killed literally everything on the map. There's nothing left alive. He has murdered it all. And he is going to head out to the Gate 0 extract now. GG's, Blank.
Great raid. Great raid from him. Fantastic stuff.
Just go ahead and hold your
I
screen.
forgot that was a key. So they extracted that, right? Hide my screen. Just say, oh, keep your screen.
No, keep the screen up so I can see the kills.
Well, gentlemen, what a interesting first round that we just had. 3 of our competitors being taken out very, very early in their runs, and then Blank just having the run of his map, making his way around, just almost a little, like, you could almost hear the frustration in his voice as he's going through the map, unable to get anything else. And another thing to note that I found very interesting about that was, you know, Blitzer Girl and Gary both had the highest average through the entire competition. Blitzer, I believe, had 19 points was her average. Gary was like 18 something. And both of them being taken out early, you know, they kind of have ridden that first round to victory, realistically, both of their, you know, matches. Jeepa, how do you think that's going to affect them going forward?
Yeah, it's a great question. You know, part of me thinks it won't have any effect because these guys are great competitors. They've been in this situation before. You win a raid, you lose a raid, no big deal. But as you've said, you know, the whole way through this season, they've sort of cruised to pretty high scoring first rounds, which sets them off on a great springboard for the rest of the evening. It might have an effect. It certainly, it would for me, but then I'm not anywhere near the level of these guys. Hopefully everyone's able to just dust themselves down and get into the next raid on customs. And as you can see there, we do have the scores updating. I think we'll probably move that Walker score to blank TV. Stand by on that, chat. But yeah, I think let's not take it away from blank. He did excellent work there. The rest of the guys, they got their deaths out of the way, let's say. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, exactly. So like you said, those scores are being updated. That will be fixed in just a second. I believe it is blank TV that will have the 23 points. Then we will have, Gary, Blitzer Girl, and Walker all sitting sub 2 points. It is a very hard start, but it does make the competition a little bit more level playing field, except for Blank, who is at a just really far out ahead of everybody. Just truly pushing out there. Spectre, what was your takeaway moment from that raid?
Honestly, just the fact that Blank did come out so far ahead, the fact that our other 3 competitors had a pretty rough raid, and the spread that we're seeing on the scoreboard is huge right now. We're looking at the records for the customs raid that we're going into, and the averages, our other 3 competitors are basically going to hope to match even where he is currently at Blank TV. So if Blank TV survives this next raid, it is really going to get very difficult for his other competitors to catch up with him. So that's the biggest thing for me. It's what a strong position Blank has put himself in for this first raid.
Mm-hmm. And very true. And remember, everybody at home, these competitors are competing for a large chunk of money donated to us by Battle State Games. So they're not just competing for bragging rights. They are competing for hard-earned money. They are competing for 1,000 for first place and 500 for second place. I mean, still a lot of money regardless if you come in first or second, but that $1,000 can go a long way. I know I would like, to win $1,000. That'd be amazing. But I'm a caster, not a competitor anymore for that particular reason. But that being said, let's take a look at our next round and what our competitors are going to be going up into, which will be the Customs Rat Run. We have seen this. Oh man, this has really done some interesting things to our competitors. We have seen competitors go ahead and say, you know what, I don't care about negative points. I'm going to go ahead and kill things that I see, and I will make those points up. Has that been detrimental to them? I think so. Some of the other casters may not agree with me on that. And we've also seen some interesting routes. We've seen competitors come extremely close. We've seen some very interesting loadouts. A lot of the competitors, choosing to bring a KS-23 with those star rounds to flash somebody if they need to. We saw in NA some of the competitors bring 100-round mags just to unload it and, assert dominance of an area. Spectre, what do you think about the competitors' strategies, and what do you think we'll see from the competitors today?
I would definitely not be surprised if we did see a KS-23. I think that's a really solid strategy. If you do want to remain pacifistic and try and maintain as many points as possible, you want to disengage from your fights. You don't want to kill anyone more than you absolutely have to stay alive. So that's what I'm looking for in our competitors, is how they're able to disengage and distance themselves from fights.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Jeepo, once again, go ahead and tell the folks at home exactly what we can expect from the Customs Rat Run.
Absolutely. So, Customs Rat Run daytime raid with a 20-minute timer. All our competitors are going to spawn in together into the same raid in a group and split up. The raid will then be called Hot, and they can start killing or trying not to kill each other. The objective today, PMCs are tasked with looting as many found in raid items from the raid as they can, while remaining a pacifist. They will lose points for killing enemies. Only items in the bag at the time of extract will count as points. They can bring any weapon, any armor. They must bring a tri-zip bag. They can have 2 stims and 4 non-lethal grenades max. As usual, no grenade launchers, no Mark 18s, no thermals, and no run-throughs. A quick side note on this as well, stackable items must be max stacked before another stack can be started. So if you find some 5.56 ammo, you must put it all in one stack, which would be 60 rounds, I believe, before starting the next stack. 3 points per scav kill, minus 3 points for scav kill, minus 4 points for a PMC kill, minus 5 points for killing Reshala. Don't meet Reshala, that would be a very bad day. Plus 5 points for extraction, and plus 0.5 points, so half a point, for every found in raid item in your backpack.
And we've seen some very interesting strategies unfold with this. I mean, folks are getting, like, you know, it's a game, and whenever there's a rule set, people will always try to game the rules. So we've seen some very interesting, you know, things that folks come up with about how to min-max everything. So, and that's like we always say, they love to try to figure out exactly what to do. So what we're going to do is throw it over to the casters, and you guys go ahead and take it away.
Perfect. So here we are. It looks like we spawned over on big red side as the guys are splitting up here at the start of the raid. We will let you know once it is called hot. Now, we have definitely seen some interesting strategies here. People taking rigs in their backpacks to expand their storage space. We've seen some people run straight to dorms to try and get in and out before other competitors turn up. We've seen that bite competitors in the ass when PMCs roll up on them. What would you do here, Spectre, if you are Blitzer, Walker, and Gary? You know there's a points deficit already. What's the play here? Do you go aggressively to somewhere like dorms and try to get out, or do you sort of slowly move around the map?
I think with this spawn, I would try and be the one that goes to Big Red, and I would let the other competitors push on across the river, if possible, to try and get those initial engagements out of the way. Personally, I'm going to try and be as pacifistic as possible. I'm going to try and avoid all the fights. So I'm going to hang back for a while and hope that most of the map kills itself before I push across the river. But, you know, that's me. I'm a little bit more laid back in that respect. So I'm going to try and avoid most of the contact, and I'll worry about cleaning up the scraps later on.
Yeah, and Raid just got launched as hot, everybody, so they can kill each other and everything else. Of course, we're hoping they don't do too much of that in this one. And I do agree with you, Spectre. I think all three of us tonight as hosts are kind of on the same boat of thinking, you know, don't get any kills. Some of the hosts, as Bunny said, you know, they prefer to just get some kills, take those negative points, but get the loot. I actually think it's best not to do it that way. But I like Walker's strategy here. Just let everyone else run ahead while he loots around Big Red, which should be fairly safe right now, as all four of them did spawn on that side. Meanwhile, Blitzer's over by the new skeleton area. I think Gary is moving towards dorms, perhaps.
And we can see here that Blank has chosen to bring a KS-23 as a backup, in addition to his meta MK, as he calls it, in his weapon build there. And we can see, once again, these competitors all are required to bring a tri-zip bag in. So they're putting these rigs in their bag to maximize their storage slots. And I personally like this combination of rigs that Blank is using. We've seen a lot of competitors use this time around. It gives them a lot of flexibility with having not only lots of single and double slots, but also quad and triple slots with the LBCR and the CSA. So a really good strategy here to maximize your storage capacity.
Oh no, Gary. So unlucky. So we will get confirmation of just what happened there, but it looks like that was a PMC he ran into and was not able to extricate himself from the situation. Yesterday, of course, he had similar scenarios, but was always able to get away with the aid of his KS-23. Unfortunately, tonight, not the case. Rough start for him.
Definitely. Indeed, definitely a big blow for Gary, especially picking up 0 points on that first factory raid. Not what you want to see. 0 points from your first 2 raids here.
No, certainly not. As we join Blitzer Girl here on the big screen, I think she just took a shot from Sniper Scav, which I don't know about you, but is absolutely terrifying for me. Sniper Scav and I have a very painful relationship, let's say.
A step somewhere.
I think for me, it's usually the regular. It's usually the regular scavs hopping up on the grenade launcher or the 50 cal. I've been killed by them so many times.
Yeah, just the other night playing with Sigma, I got absolutely deleted by just a regular scav with a shotgun, and I think that was time for bed at that point. It's scavs are no joke. Walker still chilling, still digging around here inside of Big Red area.
For example, our tower doesn't get caught.
I like it. I like the strategy. I'm not surprised to see Walker use this. He is a more methodical, tactical player. Not so much the Shift W gamer that we see some of the other competitors adopt. So I like his methodical approach to this situation, kind of what I was talking about earlier. Let the other competitors get out there, flush out the map, let everything kill itself, and pick up the scraps on your way through.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, they all have a strategy that's been refined over previous matches to get to this final. So it's... Mr. not making friends with that scav. And I do agree, Walker does seem more methodical, you know, whether he's taking out urinals and interchange or looting here at Big Red. He does seem to have a plan. He's going to stick to it, which is great.
Okay, so we can play this, right? I can take that.
Keep in mind, chat, that we're not really going to see a scoreboard update here until the end of the raid, because all of the points that they're going to get out of this raid are either from the extraction or the items that are in their bag at the end of the extraction. So this is kind of an all or nothing raid for our competitors here tonight. If they do not make it out of the raid, the best they can hope for is 0 points. We have actually seen competitors come out of this with negative points if they had to kill something. So it's a very delicate situation for our competitors on this rat run.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I love it so much, because these guys are used to going in and killing everything on the map. And this time around, they have to be a little bit more thoughtful about their movement and what they do when they hear some potential bad guys.
Blank being kind of aggressive with his movement here, jumping over the fence, heading over by New Gas. Pretty bold in the way he's navigating the map right now, honestly.
Agreed. It's you guys are still chads, even if it is a rat run.
That could be an option. I think there was gunshots though, right?
He is considering dorms, as you can hear. I guess it comes down to, if you don't have a full backpack at this stage of the raid and you've sort of skirted around a little bit, do you then go to high-risk areas like dorms? That was great, by the way. He picked up that Makarov again and took that one-slot magazine out, which is fantastic.
Shots gas.
Absolutely. Our
Our
rule set for the weapon pickups, they can take one part of the weapon off. Only one part can be used for points. Also, we saw Blitzer Girl there taking a gold chain and sticking that in her backpack. I love seeing the decision made here. If you do find a high value loot item, such as, for instance, if they were to find a GPU, are they going to put that in their secure container and sacrifice the points? Ooh,
oh, no.
Blitzer Girl.
Run, Blitz. This is not a good spot. So unlucky she had no choice there. He would not get out of that doorway.
Going up here now.
Very,
I have to
very
allow
unfortunate
this
situation for Blitzer Girl there. We did see she attempted to be pacifistic. She attempted to disengage, but the scab would not let her. He said, it's either you or me. Make your decision, and she did. She took him out. She will lose some points for that, but if she can extract from the raid, she will gain those and more from the items she gets.
Yeah, absolutely. She'll lose 3 points for that scab kill, but she's still alive. She can try and make up for it, for sure. Uh-oh. Run, Blitzer, run.
Run, Blitzer Girl!
Yeah, she's out. She's done. That's enough for that. Let's go somewhere else.
Run! Run!
Oh my
Run!
god, he comes after her. It's like a horror movie.
Run like the wind, Blitzer Girl! She does take a second.
Very angry scab.
Yes, indeed. But despite the scab in pursuit, she does take a second to try and grab a few more items. She does need to compensate for that scab kill she made. So she's going to try and get everything she can before she dips out at the extract here.
I'm correct in saying that money
Absolutely. And her bag is nearly full. You see there she's moving the grizzly to maximize the space so she gets a few more items in there.
Okay.
You love to see it. She has a couple of jackets in the corner as well. She might be able to hit to get some single slot items. Perfect.
I haven't got enough items, chat.
Blank TV
Meanwhile,
struggling, to find as many items. Blitzer Girl's almost maxed out here. She's just refining her process. Blank TV still has quite a bit of room in his bag, so he's really going to have to focus to pick up some more items.
Meanwhile, Walker just enjoying a nice sort of walk by the river. You know, he's just crossing over from Big Red. Be interesting to see his inventory, see how full his backpack is. He might be thinking about moving towards extract already.
Oh god. Need points on the board.
And Blitzer is just extracting, securing those 5 points. Big raid from her after that disappointing factory run. Fantastic stuff. So we'll get those scores updated as soon as we can.
There was me with rotations. We can soon tell in a second. Oh no. Oh yes. Yeah. Yeah, all of the one slots.
Now what is Walker here? Ah, stash hunting. I thought for a second it heard something in that garage.
Let's see, here's where we see the difference in strategy. Walker choosing the more slots of these two rigs he has in his bag with the MPPV, but unfortunately no 4-slot sockets in those rigs compared to our other competitors. So he can't pick up that Cayman helmet. He will have to compensate by trying to find more double and single slot
Money
items.
does count as an item.
Okay.
There's some singles right there. Nice find.
Fortress is still fucking licked, bro. Right, loot.
No money there.
Loot.
No money there. There's only one stack of money. We need
Fuck
2 more
Fortress,
items, chat.
man, this loot is
Blank doing well, you know, considering the position he's in after that first
I
raid.
missed it.
As long as he can survive this and get out with his backpack more or less full as it is right now, he's going to be in a very strong position.
12 slots free. I don't know.
The onus is really going to be on
Absolutely.
everyone else to catch up, isn't it?
Just get the fuck out.
It absolutely will be.
That's it.
GG's,
Are you
Blank.
watching my stream?
Yes, we are, sir.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Let's get a confirmation that these are all good.
So we can see him spreading out all of his winnings so that his battle mod can count them up. He does have a lot of single slot items there, so he's going to do really well on this raid.
Yeah, absolutely. Great first couple of raids
Let's go.
from Blank
Am I
TV.
allowed to watch the
Very
stream
impressive.
now?
Avoid him.
Meanwhile, Walker here. He's probably nothing.
Just a big thing.
He's taking the Rat Run title literally. as he moves around by Alamo. It's a very dangerous position to be in, though. Alamo, so much loot potential, but also scabs, PMCs, Reshala, very high risk.
Absolutely, especially getting into the later part of the raid, when we start getting player scab spawns, it can be very, very dangerous to be in this center part of the map. But those of us familiar with Walker know he is a very tactical, methodical, careful player. He is not afraid of combat, but he wants to have it on his terms. So he's going to take it a little slower and make sure that he's not running into some crazy ambush. And I really appreciate his playstyle here, taking it a little slower, but guaranteeing that any fight he comes into is going to be on his terms as much as possible.
Exactly, and it does allow him to pick if he wants to fight as well. And as much as I love to meme on Walker, very, very smart way of going around this one. Nice single slot items there as well.
I'm moderately happy with the bag.
Certainly needs a big raid.
There's plenty of shit that I can scrap here, but we gotta worry about competitors. We need to check if all gas is open, we can fuck around for a minute.
So we can hear his thought process right there.
Okay, everything what's found in raid is sorted. I have... How long left on the painkiller?
Walker's so calm right now, just taking time to assess his situation, figure out where he's at, figure out if he wants to continue looting and try and maximize a little bit more, or just go ahead and get out.
How long left, sorry?
5.5.
He is just asking about the timer, thinking about whether or not he wants to extract here. There is a scav between him and Old Gas, unfortunately. Old Gas does look like it's open, though.
I don't know if I can flash the scav, man.
He might be able to get a... Yeah, he might be able to get a flash off on this guy.
I can bait it with a nade.
So if we remember... Oh, run, Walker! All right, GG's. Skirting into the gas station, picking up an extra item. Or two, evading that scav. It was a little dicey there. I was a little nervous for him, but he did a good job getting around the scav. And now he's ready to extract.
There was someone there.
He's thinking about it. I'm not sure he's going to extract just yet. He did ask if there was time left in the raid, and he's sort of rationalizing going back outside here. Now, no, he is he or isn't he? He's not sure. We're not sure. There we go. You can hear his logic. He is thinking very much about the per raid he had in factory and the position he needs to find himself in after this raid. I think this is solid. This is a really solid backpack for all this stuff. So I hope he gets out. He is.
GG's, Walker. Well done. He definitely needed that to put some points on the board. I think he did make the right choice there.
Yep, I do think he did make that right choice, not knowing that one of his other competitors was taken out early in that match. Unfortunate for Gary. It's one of those situations, especially in this, where we all talk about so much in Tarkov where it's timing and there's a little bit of luck involved. We saw yesterday with Gary, as you guys said, getting into the same kind of situations, but was able to disengage, and unfortunately that did not happen today. Jeepo, what was your takeaway moment from that entire competition, from that entire round?
Yeah, a couple really. We went into that knowing that the guys needed to have big rounds. They'd had per factory raids, and they all understood that. And unfortunately, one of the big takeaways was Gary going down, losing all his potential points. He didn't kill anything, so he doesn't sit at least in the negative for that raid, but that's going to make things very, very difficult for him going into the next couple. Also, that Blitzer girl getting hunted down by a Terminator scav and having to take the -3 on that guy blocking the doorway. But it was the smart choice. She's still alive. She gets the points that are in her bag as well. I think the 3 competitors that did get out of that live will be happy with those raids. That's a very, very difficult rule set, and I challenge anyone for a meme. Just go and try run customs rat run yourself and see how difficult that is.
That is very true. Well, I believe the brackets are updated with everybody's score, so let's go ahead and take a look and see where our standings are as of right now. And to none of our surprise, Blank, after that run and having the outstanding run that he had earlier on Factory, is sitting in first place still with 56 points. Not far behind, though, Walker managing to secure 30 points during his raid. One of the guys that just kind of hung back, stayed away while everybody pushed forward. Really worked out well for Barker. Then we see Blitzer Girl not far behind, though, with 28.5. And then we've got Gary sitting at, unfortunately, 0. That is quite a mountain for Gary to climb. I won't say that it is impossible, because we have seen crazier things happen in our competitions, but it is going to be difficult. Spectre, what do you think Gary needs to do to get ready for this Chad run that we're going to experience next?
Honestly, I think he just needs to keep focused, keep his head in the game. He was, I had the opportunity to talk to him earlier, and he was looking forward to interchange today because he had a very, very good interchange raid yesterday for the semifinals. So he's hoping he can repeat that today, and that's where he kind of really exploded in yesterday's competition, was in the Chad run. That's where he was really started to take off. He got a couple competitor kills, he got PMC kills, scav kills. He did really well in interchange yesterday, so I would like to see him repeat that today and really propel himself back into the standings here.
Well, and that's exactly right. And we are getting ready to go into interchange. Now, something I do want to point out that's very interesting about this is Blanks holds 4 records for interchange, and Blanks is already out in the lead. I mean, Blanks has the most PMC kills, kills with tax collected, bonus items, which he's actually tied with Blitzer Girl for bonus items, and the total points of 36 going into this map. So this is an extremely difficult challenge for all of the other competitors to close that gap on. Jeepo, like, what do you think about interchange, and what do you think the other competitors need to strategize here? Do you think that they just look for trying to get into, like, maybe killing? Like, hey, I need to find him and kill Blanks.
I think so. You know, we're looking, for example, at Gary getting very unlucky, having 0 points, but that could still all turn around. We've seen him murder the other competitors before. If he goes in, he takes a few of them out, or a few of them get taken out by other players or scavs. He's in a great spot then. He can start to really ramp up some points in interchange. There's a lot of scavs to kill. There's a lot of bonus items to spawn on this map if you're knowledgeable about where those are. So it's definitely not over for him, but I think he needs to survive this next raid. And yes, absolutely, you know, Blanks has a lot of records on interchange, but that's the past, and we know how fickle Tarkov can be. You can have a great raid followed by the worst raid of your life. So everything's still all to play for all these competitors, in my opinion.
Very true. Yeah, there are a lot of scavs on this map. Unless you're doing decontamination, then for some reason they all seem to disappear while that task is going on. But Spectre, go ahead and tell the folks at home exactly what to expect from the Chad run.
All right, so as we can see here, we are going to interchange during the day. We have 25 minutes for this task, and our objective, PMCs are tasked with killing everything and getting high tier loot items. For the rules, the loadout can be anything they want, with a maximum of 2 stems and 2 grenades. They're not allowed to have a GL or Mark 18, any thermals, and they're not allowed to have a run-through. Their points will come from a scav kill for 1 point, PMC kill for 1 point, a total of 3 points for a PMC kill with the tag, a 5-point kill a kill, a 5-point extraction bonus, and 2 points for each of these bonus items we can see in the middle here: a LEDX, Bitcoin, GPU, Tetris, Skull Ring, Ophthalmoscope, Roller Gold Watch, Defibrillator, Moonshine, Bronze Lion, and Gold Chain.
I believe we may have lost Spectre for just a moment, but I'll continue for him until he gets back. But the points are as follows: scav kills +1, PMC kills with no tag +1, PMC kill with a tag +3, killa is 5 points, extraction +5 points, and a bonus item +2 points each. So I believe that production took him out, said nope, you're out of here, Spectre, for just a little bit. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully he'll be back very, very soon. Oh, Jeepo. This is going to be very interesting.
Yes,
Going
I'm very
into
excited
this
for
map.
this. Very excited for Interchange anytime it's played. It's definitely my favorite map. There's a huge number of point potential you can come out of this with. You find a Ledek, you find a Skull Ring, a Tetris, a Roller, things like that. In for example, in the lockers in Goshen, you can find 3 or 4 items in there at a time if you're lucky, or if you're gingerliness, and so you can come out with a lot of points, getting those scav kills, getting killing a few PMCs, extracting. Huge swings can happen here. So going into this one, Blank TV must be thinking, I just need to consolidate my position in first place. The rest of the guys are going to be gunning for him. So I expect to see this the literal opposite of the customs rat run. Chads everywhere going for every shot they hear.
All right. Well, I believe that with that, all of our competitors are ready to go ahead and hop in there, and we just get this chat run going. Gentlemen, take it away.
All right, so I am back, Bunny. I am here. We are listening to Walker now as our competitors charge in to the mall from the close to Emercom spawn, I believe. Gary TV making his way underground. And Blitzer Girl looks like she's going to wrap around to the ramp.
Yeah, they are just getting that distance between each other. We will let you know once the raid is called hot. Oh, Gary already getting into
some shots
it.
off.
So I was going to say, if you run in that way from outside, it is common that you'll run into players coming from the right side of that junction. That does look to be the case here. I'm not sure
That was one of us.
if he picked up a kill or not. We'll find out.
It looked like it was multiple players, if I'm not mistaken. Very interesting decision by Gary to disengage and I'm assuming take a wide flank here, but through a very dangerous area this early in the raid.
Absolutely. I think the key here, as you can see, his strategy is, yep, exactly. Find those loot items.
The
There's a
GPU!
graphics card. Huge,
Nice!
huge start.
The Loot Lord is with Gary TV today. Huge find there.
He is not shy about running into these highly dangerous, highly contested areas. Hitting tech light now. Again, another graphics card would be great. Something along the lines of that. He does know where those bad guys are as well. So he probably has that in his mind that he's got a very limited amount of time in this area.
Sounds like Blitzer Girl might be picking up some of her gold chains again. We'll have to see. I believe I heard the ching of the chain.
Straight into Goshen for her. Such a great area. They really did buff that this wipe.
Chill here for a second.
It looks like Gary just picked up a
3
scab
TV.
kill just a second ago. And now he's moving cautiously, I would say, towards Big Windows area.
Popping the golden star, preparing for anything that might come his way. I do like his bold strategy of running straight to those high loot areas, the tech stores. It's going to serve two purposes for him, I think. One is the potential to get some bonus points for those items, and also trying to be the first one to encounter whatever players on the map. He is confident in his PvP combat, so he wants to find those players, rack up these kills, and try and get a really strong raid here to come back into the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. He knows he's not sitting too pretty after those first couple of raids. He knows he needs to be super, super aggressive here. And you can see that in his playstyle. He's already got some points, scav kills, maybe even a player kill. We're not sure yet. We'll certainly get that confirmed from that initial fight. And he has some high value loot as well. It's great to see this sort of just going for it gameplay.
Oh wow, I turned around for the fuel then. Looked like there was
Blank TV, meanwhile, he is outside of power, it appears. He
I
maybe
feel like everyone's
thinking
gone
of...
inside this time, chat, where before no one went inside.
Oh, Blitzer, get it. Did she pick it up?
One still running.
Blitzer looking for this other player.
Oh.
GG's! Well done,
Let's
Blitzer girl, picking up the kill.
Guys, I don't need to do anything with scav buddies, do I?
That was great work from Blitzer there. Absolutely just mercilessly hunting that man down. And another one.
That's good.
Ooh, pulling back a little bit, doing the reload. Putting herself in a better
relocating.
situation. She doesn't want to get stuck in the middle there.
Now I'm thinking she might go through Bizarro or the bathrooms beside it here. Come at this guy from a slightly different angle. He'll be focused on where she was most likely, as a lot of players will do. She's just off axis here, trying to get on a flank.
And that just highlights the level of Tarkov player that Blitzer Girl is. Her map knowledge, her tactical expertise. She knew immediately where she wanted to go to pull this flank on this PMC that she's hunting right now. Getting a different angle, giving herself a tactical advantage.
It is a difficult. This is an amazingly fun place to fight. I love fighting in here, but it is very, very difficult if the other player decides to remain static. There's a lot of shadow, a lot of places you can get elevation. A lot, people often fight horizontally; they don't think vertically. But on this part of the map, there are vertical spots you can get to that are very, very nasty. She's taking her time here. She recognizes the threat.
One of the very interesting things about Blitzer Girl is she can go full shift W, full sprint, and she can also dial it back, take a seat, listen for a second, figure out where her opponent is. A very calm, collected, tactical player.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like Gary finding a second GPU.
Ooh!
Wow.
What? No way did he find 2 GPUs in this raid. What is this?
Raid of his life. Let's go, dude.
No big deal. Just 1.5 million rubles in his butt.
To chill the fuck out.
Meanwhile, Blank TV is messing around with some scavs here over in Molly, getting the kill. All using the Mark 47. Actually, I think Blitzer Girl might be rocking a 103. Looks like all the rest of the guys are rocking these. Well, maybe Gary is as well, actually. I might be blind. Disregard me, chat.
Walker seeing a flashlight come through the floor above. He's trying to figure out what's going on there. Get a sense of whether or not it might be a scav. If that scav is engaging a player. Trying to get his bearings about him.
It's her lighting him up again. Not scav kill. Now, what's really interesting here is there is a great spread between our competitors right now. They're all very, very spread out around the mall. They're just hunting down scavs and the other unfortunate PMCs in this raid so far.
On the other side of the wall.
Gary TV trying to pick up a scav kill here. It is very interesting that none of our competitors have run into each other. They have been able to keep their distance. I'm interested to see how long that'll last. Picking up that scav kill there.
One of the more horrifying things about this part of the map, as he goes for GPU number 3, hopefully, is I've run into Killa here more times recently than I would run into him in the center of the mall. Here's hoping for a Tetris. He is on
Very
a roll
nice.
here.
Picking up all the tech spawns. You're absolutely right, Jeepo. I as well have seen Killa frequenting Idea a lot lately. And in fact, I may or may not have died to him a couple times this morning from that very fact.
Absolutely. So if you're Gary here, you know, you're pulling a lot of bonus points from those tax bonds. Are you starting to think about surviving this raid? Or are you just going to continue on the strategy of running to those high loot areas and getting some kills?
Honestly, I'm wondering, as we're watching him start to push outside, I think his mindset is going to be trying to find these competitors, trying to find whatever PMCs are left on the map. He definitely needs kills here. I don't think he's going to even consider extracting until he's fairly confident he's searched the map and he's got whatever kills he can get out of the way.
Absolutely. A Blitzer just pushing through that food hallway on those per scavs. Absolute mark of a Chad on interchange running a loud rifle.
Ring the dinner bell. I think it's a good strat to run a loud weapon. You can draw some PvP to you, especially once the scav spawns start coming in. They're going to listen to that loud weapon. They're going to chase it. They're going to circle like vultures wanting to pick up that PMC. So it could be a good strategy to have a loud weapon this time.
Absolutely. It is interesting as well, Blitzigor rocking these large 50-rounder magazines. We did talk about that yesterday, where some of the competitors were rocking 30s, and that cost them in PvP fights, where their opponent was rocking large 60 or 73 round mags for their weapons. So interesting to see Blitzer changing it up here, rolling a 103 with the 50 round drums. See if she continues to run that tonight.
And,
high shout out
Jeepo,
Profit in the chat as well. High Profit, absolutely great for quick ADS. But if you're shift Wing and holding down that left mouse button, I personally value the large drums, particularly with my shooting, to be honest.
that is a good point. It's something you have to consider. The trade-off between the extra ammo capacity that can win you fights and that huge ergo penalty that costs you an arm stem, it costs you an ADS speed. So it's a balance that you have to make. And I'm curious, as we watch Blank try and pick up this scav kill here, about your opinion, Jeepo, on Walker's decision to take it very slow this raid. I've noticed he's been outside a lot. What do you think about Walker's decision?
I think it's not a bad one at all. He actually, where Blank just was over there at Scav Extract, Walker had actually started the round over there, picking up some scav kills, getting some work done as well, leaving some bodies behind. So you have to respect that, I think. He's decided, you know what, I'm not going to go for the PvP now. If I survive this raid with some decent points, get some scav kills, get some loot items, he'll take that right now. I think dying early would really ramp the pressure up on him. So I think that little bit of safety, it's a good strat. Being very, very thoughtful in his approach to every match tonight.
So Cheeseburger in chat, I believe referencing the prior bug where if you loaded into a raid without a weapon or without a magazine installed in your weapon, it would keep that same ergo stat throughout the raid no matter what you loaded into it. I believe that has been patched since then, so you can no longer get away with that.
Yeah, indeed. I think it has been patched. And there is a poll up chat as well. Please do get in, get after it, vote interchange. Not that I would tell you what to do, but certainly do vote interchange on which is your favorite map to run in Tarkov. Blitzer girl here, thinking of maybe popping this killer extract open. She needs to be careful. We know Walker likes to hang out in here and shoot some of these urinals, so she wants to get in and out of this area as quickly as possible.
We got free items secured and
Closing in on the 12-minute mark, I am honestly blown away that we have all 4 of our competitors still in raid. Very impressive, especially considering all the kills that they've been able to rack up so far. Gary TV with 3 PMC kills so far, each other competitor with 1 apiece, and several scavs have been murdered today in this raid.
Yeah, I suspect this is. I suspect they've killed the raid in terms of other PMCs now. So absolutely dominating the map. What's really interesting is they're all picking up so many scavs here as well. As Fluffy said at the start of the raid, you know, sometimes you get lucky and you find a lot of scavs on interchange, and it seems to be the case here.
Ooh, Jeepo, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Gary TV.
Yeah,
making his way through, yeah. Ooh, they may close in on each other here.
Closing in on each other, yeah. Gary's about to kill a scav, which Walker hears.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Walker's being very cautious now.
Oh, this may be the moment.
Yeah.
Someone just killed the scav out front.
Let's listen in here, chat.
We're gonna lurk on this one.
Walker very methodical here, taking it very slowly, waiting for Gary to come to him. Oh! GG's, Walker. Great play. Very unfortunate for Gary, not knowing that he was there, but well executed ambush from our tactical player, Walker.
Absolutely. And you know, we talked a little bit about it, but Walker being very cautious, very methodical, and that absolutely paid off for him there. He heard Gary chatting, running in, killing that scav, and moving quickly, and he was able to just lie in wait. That was a great ambush. GG's both players there. Yeah, Blitzer, she was in the extract there. She went into the killer extract. She opened it up. She went in to try and find some more high-value loot. You do occasionally find gold chains, bitcoins, things like that on the sofa area. But she heard that firefight above her of Walker and Gary, and now she's being a Chad. She's thinking, do I get out here? Do I hunt this down?
That is quite the dilemma for Blitzer Girl here. We have been in raid for 15 minutes now. At this point, the raid is getting a little long in the tooth. Our competitors are wondering, is there anything left here to make it worth me staying in? Should I risk a mob of player scouts potentially taking away my extract bonus? And it seems that Blitzer Girl is deciding, yes, it probably is worth it. I did hear that engagement. There's something left for me to kill here. And Walker being very careful not to rush in and loot this body. He does need to get that tag, but he also doesn't want to get himself... Oh!
Blitzer sees her. Oh, that scav might just save Walker.
Ooh.
This could get spicy.
Hurry up, Walker. Hurry up. Wow.
She's coming for
murdering these guys very close to Walker.
I mean, I could use this gun. It's more... My battle mod, bro. Good looking.
He is got to be confident that there's a player here.
Yeah, he's either totally deaf or the calmest man I've ever seen play Tarkov. All that murder around him, and he's still digging into that loot. And Blitzer needs to be careful here. She is not sure where he is. He is sitting in a dark corner.
Indeed, she may... Absolutely. We don't want to see her run into the same fate that befell Gary TV. She is also picking up a lot of scav kills here, surprisingly. So close to our other competitor, and here we go. Closing in. This is the moment.
Could get crazy.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, she's decided.
GPUs from computers.
Walker does
wow.
have max skill in his stealthy movement in Tarkov, and he's using that to the max here. But I think Blitzer Girl, she will not know just how close she came there to getting ambushed. I think she might just take those extra scav kill points and call it a day here, which is huge.
Wow. Crazy that they were so close there. And I'm assuming that from her perspective, those scavs weren't aggroed on everything. They were calm. So I'm assuming she thought that whatever happened was done, everything was dead, and there wasn't anything to be had there. If she only knew how close Walker was there, if she had the benefit of our vision, I think that would have gone a very different way.
It was like one shelf unit between them, about 15 or 20 feet, and she will never know, or maybe chat will tell her, of course, no metagaming chat, but that's what I love about Evasion. You get to see the different perspectives, and so many times in Raid, you must be close to people and just simply not know it. But great play from both Walker and Blitzer there.
No. Absolutely fucking not. So does that mean that these
Quick reminder, chat.
Respawned, or does that
All
mean
of
that was
these
one
competitors
straggle
are currently streaming on their channels. Please go give them some follows, show them some support, show them some love, drop some emotes in their channels. This is why Evasion tournaments exist, to bring the community together for some outstanding Tarkov content, and to bring the community together for some just downright good competitions.
I mean, do we feel like that's worth?
Absolutely. Very, very intelligent play from all our competitors here on this raid. They're managing the risk as best they can, but they're not afraid to go after those shots.
Like, probably going to be less busy. People are going to be dead if they're already dead. We can pick up scavs and maybe player scavs.
Walker, he doesn't necessarily know that that PMC that was running around is gone, so he's being cautious. He probably hears some scavs here as well. Push on and try and get those kills.
That does have to take a psychological toll on Walker for sure. Picking up the scav kill there, very nice. He knows that there was somebody there that was not a plain scav. He knows there was a player there, and he is searching for them. And again, not having the benefit of knowing who it was and what's happened, he's kind of lost in the sauce here, trying to figure out where the player went. As Blank continues to pick up scav kills out here by the roadblock, I believe.
We're gonna go out, but we're gonna go as far left, and we're just gonna try to run through as many scavs as possible.
Yeah, he's gone back out here. He has been here already today, but I think it's smart to go back out, see if any scavs have respawned. Might be some player scavs out here as well. There you go. Fresh meat, extra points. Blank TV still in a very, very strong position here.
We are under 5 minutes now. Not much time left in the raid. We have 2 competitors still in. Keep in mind, they do share the same extract since they spawned in together. So if they take the traditional route of the primary extract, since neither one of them can take the safe room extract now that was taken by Blitzer Girl, they may run into each other on the way out here.
Yeah, Walker heard those shots there, and he is now using that voodoo, trying to get eyes on Scav extract here. Got a chance. If he picks up a kill on Blank, this could be huge.
Absolutely. And him coming up behind Blank here. Blank really needs to hustle to get away from Walker. We've already seen what Walker can do with his stealthy gameplay, setting ambushes. If he's able to close on Blank will be at a huge disadvantage. And he'll have to quickly figure out where he's being shot from. But Walker also needs to not be too slow about this. He needs to close that gap.
It's risk management.
Can't go in one more time.
Walker has been very intelligent how he's played this entire competition so far tonight. He's sort of weighing up the, do I push this for the bonus points but risk all that I've got right now? He's been very intelligent tonight. I think he's probably going to miss the chance here on Blank, which really would have thrown this competition wide open if he got the kill. But he is pushing towards that CM extract. There is a potential here if Blank slows down and starts hitting those stashes for high value loot.
That is
So
true.
close to
Yes, so close, and I don't know. We'll see. It is, I think, the right call by Walker to take it slow, because while there's only 2 minutes left for our competitors to get out, there is still lots of time left in this raid. So if it was a player scav or another PMC, Walker would certainly be putting himself at a disadvantage to rush too much, knowing that there's plenty of time left for other players on the map.
No, you make it easy if you go for it.
Blank running here towards extract. Never safe until you're out on interchange. Oh. There you go. He does have something trying to extract to his right, I suspect. Or is he just mag dumping and asserting his dominance all over this extract?
I like it. Making sure that
getting
nobody's
that
camping
recoil.
those corners.
Yeah.
And he
What
is
a
out.
great raid. Yeah, absolutely.
Unfortunate for Walker that he wasn't able to pick up that kill. He did certainly, as you said, hear that spray of fire, so that has to make him a little nervous, but he only has just over a minute to get out, so he really has to be expedient here.
Yeah, has to throw caution to the wind just a little bit. This is the quickest we've seen him move tonight. I do love to throw a little bit of shit at Walker, but absolutely the right strategy tonight going in. Very, very impressive. Use that VOG when you have it. Make sure the extract's clear. Get out with the timer. Great stuff. Timer, of course, in the bottom left-hand corner chat. This is the raid timer for our players tonight.
And as a quick note, we are watching these streams live from their channels, so there will be a little bit of a delay in the times that we see. So expect that if we see 30 seconds here on the timer, it's actually quite a bit less from their perspective. So Walker did cut it very close in this raid, and also taking a couple extra seconds to see if he can maybe pick up another kill there, but I think he is going to go ahead and get out. Great performance. Anytime you survive one of these raids in this competition, it's a job well done.
GG's.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the competitors that you're up against, and we're in live public servers. You never know who or what you're going to run into. Fantastic display by all of them, including Gary. Got very unlucky there, but fantastic stuff.
Exactly. It was a fantastic showing from all of the competitors. Unfortunately, Gary did just happen to fall into Walker's trap and was taken out, but did manage to pick up some bonus points, which we saw with the 2 GPUs and a Tetris. So that does put him on the board. It is going to be a hard climb for him. And it's interesting because every single one of these competitors is very unique in their play styles and the way that they stream Tarkov. So getting to see each one of these play styles make it to the finals and now getting to pit those different play styles up against each other is extremely entertaining for everyone at home. So, Spectre, what was your highlight from that round for the competitors?
Honestly, I think it's kind of weird, but I think my highlight was how Blitzer Girl and Blank narrowly, or Walker, I'm sorry, Blitzer Girl and Walker narrowly avoided each other there towards the end. Blitzer Girl nearly following into the same trap as Gary TV, and that was just a really interesting, intense moment for me, wondering if they were going to meet, and ultimately Blitzer Girl disengaged, got her points, got out. So that was really interesting for me to watch there.
Yeah, extremely was. Now, Jeepo, I want to touch base, and this is something that we find so much in, especially being able to watch from the different perspectives of each one of the competitors, how close all of our competitors get. And if you think about that in your own games, you never realize how close you are to each other. Now, we did see Walker take a little bit too much time there at the end trying to get into blanks. Do you think he should have played that a little bit faster and maybe close that in? He obviously didn't know it was another competitor, but do you think he should have, expedited that speed and sped up a little bit?
It's very tough to say. They're all feeling the pressure. They're going into these raids behind blank TV. They need to survive them. Walker has been very intelligent how he's played this. His pacing has been fantastic. He's got objectives secured in every map he's went into. He's killed players now. He's killed PMCs, scavs, you name it. Could he have went a little bit quicker? Yes, but the counterpoint to that is he had a lot of points on him. He did not want to risk losing his life there in that engagement. And I think, to Spectre's point, that engagement with Gary was a great example of him using his strategy going into the map exactly how he wanted to. He's going to strike from the shadows, get the dog tag, nearly get that kill on Blitzer Girl. And, we saw her in that same predicament where she knows she's lagging behind on points. She left an extract to chase more points upstairs that could have cost her life. So she was fortunate as well. It's really on a knife edge now going into these last couple of maps. I'm very impressed with these guys.
It very truly is. It really truly is. And I mean, regardless of what the folks at home think, each one of these competitors have made it to this. They are competing for $1,000. Regardless of what anybody thinks about play styles or anything like that, when it comes to $1,000, you'll do what you need to get that victory. But what we're going to do now is go ahead and get all of our scores totaled up. We're going to take a short break, so make sure you run to the restroom, grab something to drink, and we will be back in just a moment. Oh. Hi chat. We're don't mind us. We're just trying to make our beards look pretty for you. Production did tell us we were back, but welcome back everybody. How are you doing? I hope you guys are all well. Hope you got drinks. Hope everybody is enjoying themselves and ready to continue on. But chat, let's go ahead and bring up those scores and take a look at where all of our competitors are sitting after 3 rounds. And to no surprise, Blank's playing it extremely smart there, staying on the outside of that interchange map, sitting at 91 points. That is going to be a very hard mountain to topple, but not far behind is, well, I mean, a little far behind is Blitzer Girl with 53.5. Walker very close to her, though, with 47. And then Gary sitting at 16. Now, there is still quite a lot of competition to go. We have 2 more maps with a lot of points on the board. And a lot could happen. I mean, we've seen bigger swings and shifts in the past where, you know, competitors have taken out the leader and the leader has maybe fallen off a little bit and they were able to close that in. Remember, first place is competing for $1,000. Second place is competing for $500. And all of this is sponsored by the wonderful people over at Battle State Games, donating all of the prize money for every event that we have going on this season. They get so much money for marketing, and the fact that they've decided to spend a bunch of it here with us here at Evasion, we cannot thank them enough. Thank you so much, BSG. Much love to everybody over there. Well, casters, on that note, I do want to take one more moment and let you guys know, if you haven't yet gone over to evasion.gg/merch and picked up some of the amazing Evasion merch, what is wrong with you? You should. Right now, head over there. Christmas is coming up, or the holidays, or whatever holiday that you are a part of, whether it's Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, anything like that, and you need to find a present for somebody. Make sure you head over to Evasion. You can always pick those gifts up and, give somebody the gift of Evasion this holiday season. All right, gentlemen, the next map that we are going into is an interesting one. One of my favorites in the fact of what it brings to the competition. It is Shoreline Die Hard Delivery. We will be seeing each one of our competitors go onto Shoreline, and they are going to be racing towards the extract. Cheapo, what is it that you like about this one?
Yeah, I like that there's only a few vehicle areas that they must go to, which means we're almost guaranteed at some point that they should run into each other and get into a spicy fight. I like the fact that, you know, they're carrying heavy car batteries. They got to manage their stamina, but at the same time, because of how we will show you guys in chat here just in a second, because of how we give points for the order of extraction, you know, there really is an onus on speed. And getting objectives done quickly, which I think will be interesting because we've seen some of our competitors move very quickly. Some of them move a little bit more cautiously. Yeah, this is going to be great, and so many points up for grabs on this.
Very true. Now, Spectre, go ahead and tell the folks at home specifically what we will be seeing during this round.
All right, so Die Hard Delivery. We'll be on Shoreline during the day with a 25-minute timeline. And the objective is our PMCs are tasked with racing to extract while delivering 2 car batteries to any of the eligible vehicles and killing at least 3 enemies. Failure to place both batteries and kill 3 enemies will disqualify the competitor from extraction points. For the rules, our loadout is any weapon and armor, but they must bring a pilgrim bag with 2 car batteries. Again, they can have a max of 2 stems and 2 grenades. They're not allowed to bring a GL, a Mark 18, any thermals, and they're not allowed to have a run-through. For the vehicle list, the UN truck behind the admin building, the ambulance in the resort plaza, the car near bridge at Power, and the green truck at the gas station crossroads. For points, again, 1 point for scav and guard kills, 1 point for PMC kills, 3 points if they get the PMC's tag, 5 points for killing Sanitar, and 4 points for each battery they place. Now, the trick on this one The first competitor to extract will get 10 bonus points. The second extraction will be 6, the third will be 3, and the last extraction will get 1 bonus point. So that is a big deal on this map. Who can get out the quickest?
Yep, that is very true. It is a very, very big deal for this map. Now, something I do want to ask you, Jeepo, is if you are blank, what do you do? Do you just say, hey, I'm in the lead, it's okay if I don't take first, second, or third place, I can kind of just hang out, play safe, stay alive, or do you quickly get out and try to keep pushing that lead further?
It's a tough one, isn't it? I mean, my gut tells me go fast, get out of this raid as quick as you can. The longer you're in there, the more chance something going wrong and more chance of running into a squad of players on Shoreline or one of the other competitors. But of course, you got to balance caution against that, right? You're running into hot zones where the other competitors can be. So it's a bit of a dilemma to be in, but a nice one to be sure.
All right,
Well,
so
let's
here we
go
go.
ahead.
Tuning in with Blitzer Girl, listening into her as our competitors start their raid near the swamp, it looks like. And again, they will have 60 seconds before the raid is declared hot, before they can engage one another, and then all bets are off.
So just trying to get some separation here. Looks like Blitzer Girl running back towards the village right now, which will get her away from the competitors. Gary still moving up towards Sniper Scav area. Walker as well in that sort of area as well. So we will let you know once this is called hot.
And just as a quick recap of some of the prior events this season for the EU, Blank is coming into this with the record for scav kills with 16. Walker, however, holding the EU record for the fastest extract with 7 minutes and 19 seconds, blitzing through his group stage. Ooh, Blank took a shot, looks like.
The raid is hot just now as well, so Blank needs to be careful here. This will count.
Oh no. Oh no! Get out of there, Blank!
Oh, this is fucking rough. If I die to this, this is tilting.
Deciding to stand and fight. You can see the...
guy moving right. He
Did he get him?
gets the kill.
Oh, get shot by
Oof.
some. Piss off!
There's more though. Where there's one, there's two.
There
is
is always
relocating
one
here. He
more, it
needs-
seems.
Always, for sure. He is going to use that ETG right away. He's in a bit of a pickle here. He must be feeling the pressure right now. He does not want
This guy's going to be creeping up.
to
on
get
us,
killed here.
But no opportunity.
Yeah, this is a very delicate moment for Blank. While he does have a strong lead,
Can I
he
go
is
for that
still less than,
that fucking
really less than 40 points ahead of his next competitor. While that may seem like a lot, these next two raids, as we'll see, can be huge, huge point jumps for our competitors. So if he gets taken out here and has a 0 raid effectively,
Holy
or
fucking
close
shit.
to it, it would very much endanger his
That's a
first place
1-0 on
position.
Clutch Hill. He's got an SKS, so he's probably not going to push him.
Yes, absolutely. He did well, though. He fell back out of that ambush. He waited. He saw the guy move to the right, got the kill on him, but it looks like he's getting third-partied by what he thinks is an SKS now. So,
Guarantee the points.
doing arts and crafts here while we join Gary.
My man spotted me as well. I think he was hitting me with M61 chat.
That's right.
Almost
Fox
done, right?
highlighting the fact
Really
that our
fucking
competitors are bringing in extra
send
ammo,
back to
extra
Robin.
equipment, everything that they could possibly need. Because again, there is real money on the line here. When you're competing for $1,000, I certainly would as well bring everything into raid that could possibly give me an advantage. And already we see Blank losing some heavy points on his armor, so it is going to benefit him to have that spare.
Yes, absolutely. Meanwhile, Blitzer just hanging out over by a gas station, it looks like. She sees a scav. She's going to get that little try and get that little kill there for the bonus point.
With
Caster
the
curse.
red dot.
Blitzer, apologies.
Looks like possibly 2 there. That is the big drawback when choosing optics for your weapon. Do you want the long range capability or do you want the quick target acquisition of the red dot? Oh, wow.
Ooh, that's a
oh,
player.
Blitzer girl.
Oh, this is the spot to be in.
Oh, for those of you who have never been in that gas station, it is certain death. Oh, and she gets away. Good. Woo!
Now she's in a pickle here, as you did rightly point out. She has a red dot. That is a very difficult fence to jump over. She is heavy as well with those 2 car batteries in her bag. She's gonna take more shots here if she's not careful. This guy's gonna know where she is. He may have a scope.
Oh, and she peeks it. Oh, this is very dangerous. Whoever is on that hill has a very good vantage of this entire area. And she is at a major disadvantage here, not having ranged optics, being heavy. But it looks like she may just get away from this.
Yeah, she played that very well. Diving into that gas station on fire is a nightmare for me. I hate that spot. I died to that fire. I never go in there anymore. And she used it. She decided to get out of this position, and she did really, really well. I think, you know, for me personally, she's been rocking this rifle all night tonight. I would have went with a long-range optic on Shoreline, personally. What about you, Spectre?
Absolutely, Jeepo. I, for one, would definitely throw Voodoo on there, that being my preferred optic. Even at close range, I feel very comfortable with the Voodoo. I think it's a really solid choice. That would have been my approach. Just like Gary TV here, we see rocking the Voodoo. It definitely gives you an advantage on such an open map. But then again, I am not Blitzer Girl and I am not in this competition, so... for what it's
There's a
worth.
reason we're talking and we're not playing, right?
This could get me killed, I'm not gonna lie.
Now, meanwhile, Blank TV is pushing up towards that gas station from behind. He might run into that same guy who could be waiting for Blitzer to show if he didn't see her leave. As Blitzer moves up towards power station. So they are just sort of rotating around the same area.
Oh well.
Just a quick update on where we are in this raid. Walker has deployed both of his batteries already. Gary has delivered 1. Neither Blank nor Blitzer have dropped their first battery yet. So Walker taking an early lead in the objective part of this competition.
Yeah, so it seems he is now just hunting for those kills that he needs before he can extract.
His shots at power. Good to know.
Blitzer girl at power, and there we can hear Blank TV just commenting as he heard those shots.
And actually, Blank, Walker, and Blitzer very close to each other here. Walker and Blank looking for Blitzer Girl down there. We may see some competitor-on-competitor fights here.
Yeah, it seems likely.
Oh, Blank may have found the player that was engaging Blitzer Girl earlier. We'll see how this develops. Oh, no!
Oh, Blitzer girl! Was that Walker? It wasn't. Walker was looking in there, but she got third-partied by another player. Huge. Very disappointing for Blitzer Girl, but Walker saw that, essentially witnessed the crime. What is he going to do? Is he going to go and try and third-party that?
Blank picking up a quick scav kill there. Very unfortunate for Blitzer Girl, trying to outmaneuver her opponent, unfortunately falling victim. Hopefully one of our other competitors can give her some vengeance. Oh, and okay. Blank TV dropping his bag there for a minute, picking it back up. We see again he has both car batteries still in his bag.
Rocking the MAI ammo as well for that higher muzzle velocity at long ranges. You got to respect that. Big fan of that ammo. Meanwhile, Walker being very cautious here. He knows someone was just killed at power. He's being very, very methodical about checking the angles. Looks like Gary TV is running up through, we call this area Bermuda. I'm sure there's lots of different names for this. Running up basically on the other side of power. him and Walker potentially could be bumping into each other shortly.
Anthony, I'd be fucking pumped.
For those of you who may just be joining us or who have forgotten, you can follow the link for the Season 5 solo battles to follow the rule set for each map tonight and see the current scoreboard as it gets updated. Please follow along with us over there. You can also use the Evasion website to check out the calendar for upcoming events and check out the merch store.
I know there's a potential here for a little bump. Walker, he did kill the PMC, the kill Blitzer girl, up on the concrete wall there, and it looks like Gary TV and him are exceptionally close to each other. Not sure if Gary's going to hear Walker doing arts and crafts. Hear this staircase. Could get spicy. There he is. There he is.
No shot.
Oh.
No shot.
Oh, he's stuck between the wall and the staircase. He can't move left and right. He has no leverage. He couldn't bring his gun on it.
Oh! Oh!
Dead ass, bro.
Oh, did he get away from it? Oh
Bro. In the grand final.
no! Walker once again getting jebaited by these headshots.
This range and BP ammo with Walker on this Mark 47. That's 2 nights in a row. We've seen the struggle here.
I would not be surprised if Walker never ran this weapon again after these missed headshots we've seen in this competition. For whatever reason, it has cost him 2 kills now throughout this tournament. Very unfortunate, very lucky for Gary TV, however, who really needs a good raid here to get back in contention tonight.
Gary is just noping out of that. He got shot from essentially out of nowhere. He is just having nothing to do with it. He's relocating before turning back around and see if he can figure out where that came from. Meanwhile, Walker has also bugged out, it appears. He will be focusing on extracting. I think Walker just wants out of this raid.
It all depends if he did one of the cars already. He had to have come from like resort, man.
No one has
Honestly,
extracted yet.
He's running over me. There's no shot.
Still
You are
10
correct.
potential points. Yeah, for that first extract. That could be huge.
15 minutes left.
That is true. While one of our competitors is down already, no one has made it out. And honestly, Walker levitating up the wall a little bit here, but already taking much, much longer than we've seen him take in prior events. Again, holding the record for EU in the fastest extract up till this point. With 15 minutes left to go, he's desperately trying to find Gary TV now.
I'm disappointed, man. I thought he'd run up to me. I can't believe it, dude. I'm never going to hear the end of over-zeroing in this game.
Walker acknowledging that he's never going to hear the end of this. He is correct. I'm sure the Evasion family will remind him of this day. Once or twice at least.
Walker always memeing himself to Evasion, unfortunately finding himself as the butt of a lot of jokes here. Because we love and respect him. Blank TV still holding on to one of his batteries. He is the only one left to deploy a battery, and that is going to force him into the center of the map. We'll see how that forces him to play here.
Yeah, he is. He's being cautious. He's moving slow. He's repacking those 73 round drums as well. As Walker moves a little bit quicker now. He just needed 3 kills. They can be PMCs, they can be scavs. He just wants to get some kills on the board so he can get off this map. Gary, though, still hunting, it looks like.
Walker, unfortunately, not finding anything to kill, as Blank did come through and kill multiple scabs here earlier, even after Blitzer Girl rolled through. So this area has been pretty well picked clean. Gary, however, finding a scab up on top of the hill by the weather station, picking up that quick kill. And as a quick update on the scoreboard, all 3 of our top competitors still in the raid are very close to each other in points right now.
Yeah, Blitzer Girl going down early there could be huge for this as well.
BP. Cool. Road to customs. That's cool.
Walker's still taking it slow. Not wanting to rush to his
No
death.
idea what the fuck was going on.
Ooh. What was that blank? Oh!
Not a PMC.
Oh, with a juicy PMC kill. Very nice blank.
Where has that man been all
I
day?
think that's
Wow.
Blitzer's gear. That's Blitzer's gear.
I don't know if I'm allowed to.
That guy had her body.
Okay, yeah, okay,
There's the tag.
If I turn now,
I'll throw blitz. That's
Hell yeah, Blake, let's go. Getting retribution for our downed competitor. GG's.
Okay. Is the gun hers as well, the AK?
fuck that.
Interestingly, earlier Walker killed the guy that killed Blitzer. It appeared. So I wonder if perhaps it was a two-man. And Walker got one, the other guy was hiding.
Okay, yeah,
He came out to play and blanked it. Some great stuff as he drops his car battery here.
Do we just
Second battery, you're good for extraction.
Do we just extract now, chat? Or do we
So
farm
we do hear the
scavs?
battle mod there
Blank.
in the background. Yeah.
Thoughts? Extract?
Asking for thoughts, asking for contribution from his community on whether he should stay and try and rack up points or just go ahead and get out, seal the raid. He is in a very good point right now, already with a strong lead coming into this raid and picking up what looks like 4 PMC kills in this raid, which is huge for somebody already in a strong lead here.
Absolutely. What do you do in this
What
position,
battery there?
Spectre?
There's
Do you
no batteries
just
at-
get out of this map now?
chat.
That's got to be the objective, right?
I was the first spare battery there.
If it were me, Jeepo, absolutely, I would be pushing straight for the extract. As soon as I'm able to get my kills, I'm going to try and bank as many points as possible
No, my
and try and
luck,
get those
you should've
bonus
thrown me
points.
off and kill me.
Gary following something here. Nice shot.
Smile.
Cleaning up a scav by extract here. It looks like Gary is about to get out of the map here.
Wild.
Get the
Freya.
Ooh,
10
this is
bonus
good.
points.
If you hear the
Big.
shotgun shot and glass smash, you're in trouble.
Great raid from him
GG's,
as well.
Gary, our first extract, and he needed it. Coming from a strong deficit, those 10 points are going to be huge here.
Okay, headshot.
Yeah, absolutely could be massive for him and actually preventing the other competitors from taking that 10 points. Great stuff from him, surviving that early scare with Walker. Good stuff.
I'm actually.
Well, it looks like Walker just looking for a few scavs here still around the village before he can extract himself.
Okay, right. Game plan. Villa? Am I going in? Am I
No,
am I actually-
both Walker
Okay.
and Blank do have their requisite
1-2 scouts.
3 kills
Someone's
and a
going
little spare, so they can extract at their
Villa,
leisure.
1 or 2 scouts.
We'll see if they decide to try and maximize the time in raid to pick up extra kills or head to extract.
Oh, he's running away. I was gonna melee him.
What is Blank doing?
Close in on just 8.5 minutes left now in this raid.
He's dead anyway. It's fine.
There we go,
Got
picking up a
extra?
couple kills.
Awesome
Doing some serious damage to the one under the tower, it looks like.
Let's get
Convulsing
our
scav
guys.
there.
I was gonna
Sammy.
say how many scouts did I kill this raid, but the one on sniper, the sniper one was.
Mike must be feeling very confident now. He's picking up bonus points left and right here, getting these scav kills as he moves towards extract, putting himself in a very, very good position
Bubbles.
for the final map.
Thanks, my man. You have the scavs at custom extract. Yes, true.
want to see some big
Careful, they're
dominant vibes here.
cracked.
Big dominant vibes, bro.
Oh, the old head eyes buckshot
Fuzzy.
through the bush.
XOXO. Gossip.
We
girl
get an
vibes, bro.
evasion Armand
Big
in this
smile.
stash though.
Okay, easy.
We can hear Walker having a full-scale conversation with his battle mod. Shout out to the battle mods
Get
tonight
Copper live on
as he
stream.
runs around looking for more scavs. And I think the consensus between them there is move towards extract and get the scavs over there, if any are left by the time he gets there.
Okay.
Blank taking the time to hit a cache. Maybe pocket
I need
some
some
rubles
light
to help him
in there.
fund the last raid of the night here. Why not? If he's got
We
a couple
still have, I'd
seconds,
say, about
take
5
him to
minutes
search that
left,
stash.
just
Maybe
in
he'll
case you
find a
want
slick in there. You
to
never know.
coast.
Absolutely. Always worth hitting stashes when you can't. When you can, sorry.
This rock passage is not open.
I do like, again, we've talked about this a little bit tonight, but competitors being very methodical, moving around all the scav spawns,
7 minutes.
racking up point after point. Those add up here when things are this tight in a final.
Just gonna pretend that I'm like,
Indeed. And Blank going ahead and being our second extract of the raid. GG, strong performance from Blank, getting those 6 bonus points for the extract. This is going to put Walker in a position where he really needs to try and pick up some extra kills to compensate,
13.
because he will only get a maximum of 3 bonus points now that the other 2 competitors have extracted.
Okay, I'm gonna take a second.
Yeah, it is a bit of a swing. That's the balancing act, isn't it? Get out first for the 10 points, or stay in and try and make up the difference, and then some. But he is going into
Now,
what is a bit of a risky spot here, Spectre.
exactly what I was just thinking about. I don't think we've seen any of our competitors go into the resort yet, so there could be a lot of kills to be made here.
That's not a normal scav, puppy.
Little bit worried there. He could be running into a spicy Sanitar
I think
raid. It's always a
And at
worrying time in the dark.
Very true. And at this point, possibly player scabs coming out now, which can be sometimes equally as dangerous when they don't have anything to lose and they want your gear. So a dangerous position Walker's put himself in here, but possibly lots of things to kill to gain some extra points. If he does find Sanitar and get that kill, that will be a lot of bonus points.
Something was down there.
Yeah, he hears something on that east wing, east side of east wing, it looks like.
It was just a cracked scav.
Maybe he fancies hitting 310 while he's here. Let's see.
That
That is a
Ooh,
that
that
is
does
a
look like a
fat
bodyguard.
scav. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
armor's full, so
Dead PMC.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, dead PMC with a tag. This has got to be it. Can he get the Sanitar kill, or is he...
Oh, bro.
Let's go, Walker!
Nah.
GG's! I think that was him!
That's a dub.
Let's go, dude. 5 points, time to leave. He gets the dog
Hell
tag for-
yes, Walker!
just over 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
It was a risky move, but boy, did it pay off with those extra points. Outstanding job by Walker.
Yeah,
Let's see some
absolutely.
hype in
No
chat. Let's see the emotes. Let's go.
Really nice way to balance that risk. I think he did fantastic. As soon as he got Sanitar, he's like, all right, I'm done here. It is time to go. And a sneaky sniper scav as well.
As you said earlier, Jeepo, it is a balancing act to decide whether to try and extract first and get the bonus points or stay in for the extra kills. And man, did it pay off for Walker here, picking up several extra points. In fact, more than he would have with that second place extract. So it worked out well for him today.
Yeah, it absolutely did. He gets a Sanitar kill. That's 5 points. He got a couple of regular scavs as well. And the dog tag on that dead PMC, which counts. So fantastic work there all around. I think this could be
He's so annoying, bro.
very impressive point score in this raid for him. He did, though, unfortunately miss out on a lot of red key cards there by not looting those scavs, for sure.
That's true. It just goes to show how focused Walker is on this competition. No matter how good the loot was there on Sanitar, it was not worth taking the time to loot and exposing himself to danger. He would much rather get out, play it safe, and try and secure a placement in this championship tonight for that cash prize.
Zood in the chat there asking for a red keycard. Dude, I would give you one if they existed. They are a myth. You cannot convince me otherwise. Red keycard does not exist in Tarkov.
I am right there with you, Jeepo. Still have not seen one in raid in all of my years playing Tarkov. I have to agree with you.
All right, you're gonna have to tell me when it's
Absolutely. 3+ years, not a real thing.
Dude, if someone's at the extract and boned, I have like half a mic.
Uh-oh. Walker's saying he's very low on ammo going to this extract, and as many of us who play Tarkov know, extract camping can be a dangerous thing to encounter. It is unfortunately more popular than we would like. So Walker is very skeptical here going to extract with very few seconds left to get out. So he does have to be careful, not be too aggressive and get himself ambushed, but also ensure he gets out on time for the extract points.
Yeah, he is just going to use that scope, see if there's any points to pick up from the sniper tower down there. It looks like... There you go. Find a scav.
Finally did something.
There we go. And he finally makes it to extract. Quite interesting, because normally what we see from Walker here on these shoreline raids is he gets out very, very early one way or the other, deciding to stay in long here.
Every time I shoot something in the back of the head, the bullet
Very true. He definitely took a while to get out of that raid, but I think it paid off for him in the long run, picking up those bonus points for grabbing Sanitar there, but also losing those bonus points in all of our hearts for leaving those 7 red cards on Sanitar's body that we all know he had. Because remember, if you don't loot it, that's where the red card always is. But gentlemen, after round 4, the scores are getting really kind of crazy, but I want to know from that round, Spectre, what was your takeaway from that?
Oh, definitely the Sanitar kill. Him pushing into resort and engaging those 2 scavs. One of them ended up being a bodyguard, and he had that suspicion at first, like that wasn't a regular scav. That was weird. So he checked that. He found the PMC with the tag on it. That's a telltale sign that something deadly is there, that player hasn't been looted yet. And just being very fortunate that Sanitar was still alive, picking up those bonus points. That was a huge moment in that raid.
Truly was, very, very much so. Jeepo, I want to know about the interesting thing that happened once again with Walker. What do you think it is about Walker, a mutant, and BP rounds that the man just can't hit a headshot, whether they're close or far away? No matter what, it just doesn't happen.
Look, I think with much love to Walker, because he knows I love him, he wants to be one of the cool kids running the mutant like all the other cool kids, and it's just not the gun for him. That short barreled, that BP with the low muzzle velocity, he needs to run something that moves a little bit faster there, Walker. I'm thinking some 855A1, some 995, or heaven forbid some M61. He gets that. He gets the zeroing right. Those are kills on the board. He takes out a competitor. Not killing Gary there is, that could have an impact on the final scoreboard. So big miss from him again, and we'll certainly keep reminding him of it until next season.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at those scores, see where all of our competitors are sitting going into the last raid. Now, this could have been very different. We did see Blank getting shot at, getting absolutely almost demolished early in that raid, but he managed to get away, kill one of the people shooting at him, and work his way around. And because of that, it has pushed him to 120 points. huge score going into our last map. Unfortunately, that does kind of start to feel like all of our competitors are fighting for second place. That's not necessarily the case because there are a lot of points that could come up in the last map, but it does feel that way. It's going to be a very tight and hard heel, very steep incline for every one of the other competitors, with Walker in second place at 73, Blitzer Girl in third with 57.5, and Gary not too far behind, making up a lot of points with 40. So as we get ready to go into that last map, all of our competitors are getting geared up. There's got to be a lot going through their mind because the last map they are all loading in together is going to be on Reserve. Now, Reserve is a very, very interesting competition. It's one of the ones that I find the most entertaining from every aspect because you get a visual representation of what the competitors are doing on the map, because they're going to be throwing smokes onto specific roofs. They're going to be going down into D2. This is the one that forces all of the competitors to move to every single corner of the map at least once and get into some very interesting gunfights. Because we all know Reserve, there could be Gluhar. There are a lot of players. This is a very intense scav map because player scavs do love to run this map. Jeepo, what is your strat, would you say, for this map?
Normally not to go. I'm terrified of Reserve. But if you're forcing my hand, I mean, I think moving around as quick as you can and getting those smoke grenades out, getting those objectives done, and then thinking about hitting extract for double points is got to be the strat. Now, looking at the scoreboards, though, I think we're going to see different things from different players. Like you said at the top, second place is definitely up for grabs for everyone, including Gary, after that strong showing here. So, you know, if one of the leaders goes down early in this raid, it's all up for grabs. So yeah, very excited here for the penultimate raid of the season.
Exactly. And there is a lot to go on. And yeah, so bombs over Reserve. I'm going to go ahead and explain to everybody at home what we can expect from that map. PMCs are tasked with placing a TP200 TNT brick in the control room of the underground bunker and marking the listed 5 rooftops with smokes. You must be on the rooftop you are placing the smoke grenade on. So that means no like throwing it from the ground or anything like that. Load out any weapons, armor, Zabrello, or Thor carrier, Alton, or Riz T helmet. So they're very much going in as bomb defusal folks. Any rigs and backpack, 2 stims, 2 grenades max, 5 smoke grenades, and the TP200. If they want to get the points, they do need those items with them. Not allowed is a GL or MK18, reap, flurs, all of those things are run-throughs, as has been previously stated. Smoke locations are going to be Black Pawn, White Pawn, King, High Roof, White Knight, High Roof, and Rook by the Dead Scav. TP location is in that control room of the underground bunker. Points are as follows: Raiders, Scav, Guards, anything like that, +1. PMCs no tag 1, PMCs with tag 3, task points 2 each. Kill Gluhar, get those 5 points. Extraction 5 points. But the most important thing is this one right here, the extract bonus. As something we have always done here at Evasion, if you hit the button and you make it to extract over at the hermetic door, you get double the extract points. We have seen a lot of scores change based off of that. Spectre, would you go for the double extract or no?
I think if I was anybody but Blank, I am definitely going to make sure I try and get that double extract bonus. As Blank, I might play it a little safer depending on where I am on the map and what's going on. But especially somebody like Gary, they need every point they can get. So they are going to have to prioritize marking all their objectives, getting whatever kills they can, and then getting that double extract at the hermetic bunker door.
Very true. And we could see some interesting swings here because there are quite a lot of points to go around. Now, Jeepo, with the hermetic door, what is the scariest part of this map for you? Is it hitting that button, or is it going into D2, or is it going onto those roofs?
Yeah, it really depends. I mean, a good example of that is actually yesterday we saw Blitzer Girl running into K buildings by train yard and running into Gluhar and the boys. And to her credit, she murdered the entire group in about 15 seconds flat. So that's what a Chad can do. But for me, running into Gluhar and essentially body checking him is quite a horrific experience. But yeah, going up on those roofs, throwing those smoke grenades, and as you said, giving everyone a visual clue on the map of where you are,
Yeah.
certainly can make things a little bit spicy.
Very true. Well, let's get very excited because this is the last map of the EU Championship. All of these competitors are competing for that $1,000 or $500. Casters, take it away, and let's see who is taking that money home today.
All right, so here we are in raid, listening to Blank as he's going straight for his first objective, trying to get the smoke down very quick. Our other competitors spreading out a little bit. Blitzer Girl and Gary very close to each other, though, in the K buildings. Walker hanging back a little bit, letting his opponents distance themselves, taking a slower approach at things. Now, Blank is, it looks like, waiting for the raid to go hot before he deploys his smoke.
Yeah, I think that's a good play. We will, of course, let you know once the raid is hot, and it just went hot. So right now, we are good to start killing each other. It looks like Walker's going to sit here by that Tunguska, just chill for a little bit, see how things shake out. Gary, not super far. Oh, he's got a two.
Oh!
Oh,
What a lucky break for Gary, picking up a couple hatchling loot runners, unfortunately falling victim to a very strong competitor here.
yeah, that's stuff of nightmares as a hatchling running into a Chad wearing the heaviest armor and helmet in the game. And he sees, I think that's a player as well. Not sure, but he did pick up those 2 dog tags, so bonus points secured. Meanwhile, joining Blitzer here. She was just in a bit of a fight as she thinks about getting onto this roof and getting that smoke grenade out. There it is.
Gary going ahead and cycling around the B buildings, trying to see if there's anybody else back there. It looks like those 2 hatchlings did make their way through there very quickly, looting that building. Unfortunately, running head on into a very strong force to be reckoned with.
You know what, Blitzer? Looks like she just took a few rounds there. She ran across the open ground into the building, being cautious as she pushes up the staircase.
Oh no! Blitzer Girl going down!
No.
Oh, GG's, Blitzer Girl.
What an unfortunate end for Blitzer. We will, of course, update the scores when we can, but that is huge. The potential outcome for all the competitors here. GG, Blitzer Girl. Chat, go give her some love. Jump over to her chat. Say hi. Hit follow. Great stuff from Blitzer tonight.
Right,
As we now join Gary on the big screen.
Oh shit! We should have really thought about this before. Where do I go? Straight across medical, then straight across King, and then down underground. What is that angle, by the way?
Being cautious here. He's taking a leaf out of Walker's book. Being cautious, checking those back spawns on top of bunker.
Down, across.
It's a good move
You
here.
could try the D2.
On the last raid, especially for Gary TV, who needs a lot of points here
D2 is best for last.
to compete for that second place prize.
Makes the most sense. 'Cause the 3
He really needs to make sure he gets all of his objectives placed and extracts the map. So he doesn't want to rush into anything foolish.
Yeah, absolutely. As you can see the timer at the bottom, we have over 25 minutes left in this raid. Plenty of time. And with Blitzer Girl going down early, she did get some points on the board. But a huge opportunity for Gary here
I think I'm gonna chill.
to at least finish in the money, as it were.
Walker,
Walker
picking up that
getting
scav kill.
Okay, I need to move.
Using some rather fruity language there.
Now, the benefit
This here.
to our competitors,
So that
if you will, kind of a benefit, kind of a hindrance, is they are forced to wear that very heavy armor. So they're going to move a lot slower, but they can take a lot of damage
My fucking
before they have to
God,
stop and heal. So they're very tanky running around
I thought I
here.
was gonna eat a
They
veggie
have to
lunch.
rely more on their eyes than their ears since they are limited in their hearing with these helmets. So a very different approach that they have to
The way
take to
I
this
see it
raid.
Is if I go across the
Absolutely,
train,
and I think that's one of the things that
the only
makes
way I
this
get train
final
is
map
if I
so
go across the
interesting.
train and then I start the whole line
Because they
behind
don't have the
me.
ability to just run around and stop when they hear things. It's just not quite that easy wearing
Careful,
an Alton.
because I'm in the same position Blitz was in a second ago. He would have heard me jump in.
Now, chat, what is your opinion on helmets? Would you rather wear the Alton with the extra protection, or would you rather wear a helmet that allows you to wear a headset, or even no helmet at all?
Blank getting his smoke down as well. Great stuff. Moving methodically around the map. We've seen him do that all night tonight.
King and Rook. King's train, right?
Rook is train, king is.
My
Different
bulletproof
options.
baseball cap. I like
Yeah.
it.
You can send me where to find that in the flea market. I'll be buying that for sure.
Absolutely. I tend to agree with those, though. Talking about the exfils, talking about needing to hear. I am not one to wear an Alton. I need to hear in this game.
Yeah, I agree. The only time... Ooh, is
Ooh,
that a player?
That looked like
Looks
a player.
Nice kill picked up there. I tend to agree. The only time I run an Alton or a Reese T is on factory. Otherwise, I'm all in for hearing
I
instead.
hit a gear. Color of gear is safe.
Gary's talking something. Maybe a scav, but picking up that kill. Gary being basically on the opposite side of the map from Blank right now, so he probably will not have heard that exchange of fire. But Blank picking up that kill, securing the tag.
Tag safe, chat.
GG's.
PK.
Great work there. That guy was pretty thick as well. A very nice kill to pick up.
Brilliant, Preppy. Good luck, sir. Thank you very much.
Three.
Hey.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Maybe a second.
Must be mid.
Oh, no! Blake goes down to a buddy.
Why did I fucking
You
do
hate
it?
to see it.
Hold your kill screen.
Oh shit, Blank pushed that super confidently. He's been pushing fights all night and finally someone stopped him. That was very nice play from Blank, but there's always one more and he just gets unlucky in that push. GG's.
Very unfortunate for our scoreboard leader, but he is sitting in a very confident position. Nonetheless, he has a lot of points on the board already. So I wouldn't be sweating too much if I were Blank. This is the opportunity for Walker to really try and come out strong here and make sure he keeps that second place position, with Gary nipping at his heels, vying for that second place.
Yeah, of course, chat. The scores you see at the bottom are not reflective of the live scores here in this final round. We are waiting until this is over to finish counting them, just to keep the suspense a little bit. We can see that Gary, though, he did pick up those two nice kills on the hatchlings at the start of the raid, which is some good points. He's been moving around, dropping off objectives. So he is putting points on the board at a good rate. Walker does have to make sure he is consistent here.
Gary deploying another of his objectives there. I believe that'll be the third, with still 3 left to mark. And hopefully some kills to be collected here.
I'm sorry if you can hear the background noise.
Now, what is interesting here is throughout this tournament, Walker has averaged 16 points on reserve, whereas Gary has averaged over about double that, actually, at 30 points every time he's come to reserve. So the precedent here for Gary to catch up has been set in the past. Let's see if he manages to do it. Pretty excited to see if he can go from 4th to 2nd in this final raid.
Absolutely. It is very much possible, as there are so many points to be made in this raid. As we watched him finally kill that seemingly immortal scav on the hills back there. Looked like it might have been a player scav. It's a good kill picked up by Gary there. Still with just over 20 minutes to rack in points here.
400. I'm fucking driving a car, steering a wheel here. Okay, so this is...
Oof. Picking up another kill.
That scav messed up.
20 minutes.
Walker making his way into the underground bunker now. Going to deploy his TNT brick.
Hey, I'm just saying I need Willer's wallet, okay? And I don't have my keys. Never mind. We good.
Walker falling for the classic, not bringing the correct keys, as he talks about finding, I think it's a Willer's wallet. He's still looking for, trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone there. I'm guilty of that crime.
I know.
On a fairly regular basis.
Can't keep doing this.
Exactly what I was about to say. I've been in that situation an unfortunate number of times, and it's really a blow, especially to get to a marked room where you know there could be some juicy loot, and it was just your bonehead mistake to not bring your keys.
I think we might have just witnessed Gary do the same, or he might be going for one of those big brain baits. He might be trying to bait something in. He's very cautiously moving here. I think he might have heard something.
This smoke, the only thing I need to do is train station, right?
Yeah, you need marked and train.
Definitely. Oh, and he found it.
There it
What
is.
was that?
Oof. That was a
Good
player
kill
scout
picked up by Gary.
player, yeah.
Yeah.
Great stuff from him. Nice and aggressive. Knew when it was time to just push that guy.
Absolutely. You called it. He heard it moving around. He just had to figure out where it was, and he did, and he picked up that nice kill.
With this kit. Will I have time to pull the lever, run onto the train roof, and do it?
It's very tight.
Very tight.
Meanwhile, Walker on another roof, dropping another smoke grenade, getting more points.
You have 18 minutes left.
Been very smooth.
Enough time.
Absolutely. He is making his way through these objectives very quickly. That may have even been his last one. We're waiting to see the scoreboard update here on our checklist. But we heard him talking about the timing to flip the switch for the double extract bonus at the hermetic door. So he's trying to contemplate how long it's going to take him to move with that heavy armor to get to that extract. We did see yesterday Gary TV pulling out an impressive move by flipping the switch before he had even deployed his last grenade at the train station there, and did it on his way out. Big brain move there by Gary to secure all of his objectives and still get the double extract points. Let's see if he can do that again today.
Yeah, absolutely. You do get, I believe it's 4 minutes when you hit that switch. And even though you're pretty heavy with all this gear that you're wearing, most of these guys at this stage of the wipe will have max strength and endurance, which certainly goes a long way helping you move across the map.
I'm elevated. I'm 0 to 50, dude.
They can afford to go to that train station and drop that final smoke.
Until it hits the minute mark.
Gary, I'm sorry, Walker talking about his 0 again. I'm sure he's feeling the pressure of those prior shots. Oh, and Gary picking up a scav.
Another, yeah. I think he is. I think we've found a man that desperately needs to ask Nikita for a long range extension to the shooting range in the hideout. He needs to get some practice in with that zeroing.
see if we can cook.
or stop using a short-barreled Mark 47.
Okay. Right, so
Either or.
I'm gonna do this. This is a little bit better.
What you bring that up, Jeepo? What is your preferred weapon to use in Tarkov?
This wipe, I've been using M4s a lot this wipe. I'm nearly maxed out my proficiency on it. I do like the mutant, but I only really run it on factory with a red dot. And still 308 MDR is great for long distance raids, like reserve, for example. So a little bit of everything, but those are my go-tos.
Where can I get scabs?
I like it. I like the 308 choice. Personally, my favorite is the SR25. So again, with the 308, I really like that caliber. It's really strong, hits hard. I've enjoyed the SR25 this wipe.
We could do exactly what we did.
SR25 is great fun to use, and since they added more mods for it, you can really make that gun very, very viable. It feels nice. It's very snappy. I think I can't really describe it. It's great fun.
Wait, time?
Just under 15.
Just Walker getting clarification on how long is left in this raid from his battle mod. I think he's considering going and hitting that magic wee woo button.
Gonna get a sound cue for when it's triggered.
Now, a quick update on the scoreboard. Walker, it looks like, does have 2 objectives left. I misread that earlier. He has 2 left to mark. Gary has 3 objectives left to mark. Gary, however, has 3 PMC kills with tags and several scab kills. He has a lot more kills than Walker. So again, still has the potential to overtake Walker in this raid, depending on how it turns out here.
Right, because I've got an MK, the shit, like, the jig is up the second I shoot it, man. Suppressed, it's just fucking so loud. We have to make...
Interesting. Walker discussing potentially trying to ambush Gary, maybe a repeat of what we saw in Interchange?
I hope the scabs render in for that.
Yeah, I think he's pretty confident that Gary will push or the bonus extract points, which means we know exactly where he has to go to hit that button. You're going to hear it when he does, and if Walker stays up here on Dome, you know, there's an opportunity here for him to show us how he whiffs all his shots at range, which I'm very excited about. Oh, here we go.
Player scav action there. This will be a good zeroing
let's go.
opportunity.
All right, there you are. There you go.
Oh, he can hit his shots at range. Let's go, Walker. He's got it figured out.
But is he going to reset to 0? Or is he going to keep shooting with that range?
All right, so we know it's possible for Walker to hit those long shots, and he is at a very good position to try and ambush Gary as he goes for that double extract bonus. This is, I've got to say, it's a smart move. It's a bold move. Still with a couple objectives left to place. If he can knock out Gary here, he will certainly secure his second place position.
Yeah, it's very bold. It could be memes. It could be great. And, you know, we did just see him hit those shots. As you said, all it takes is a player scav standing still for about 15 seconds on a roof. So impressive stuff. Yeah, I do hope he gets a chance here. I'd love to see a little bit of competitor on competitor at the end here.
I'm not prone block. Wait, did we?
And Gary did just throw some smoke out. Will Walker see it?
Can I just...
Yeah, getting into position just a few seconds too late to catch Gary up on that roof.
Oh, bro.
Oh, hold on.
Ooh.
What is... Gary might be moving up to the dome. He might be coming up behind Walker.
I think I just
Walker fell down the rock.
I thought I saw a PMC.
Thought he saw someone on the roof by the smoke, so he's fixated now on the roof. Why would he still be on the roof, Walker? Think about it.
I'm gonna No, my fucking look, it's Anthony.
Oh,
It's,
they are closing in on each other's positions here.
I'm a 0 to 100.
Gary scanning the rooftops,
Right, we are
being careful, looking for. I think honestly, I think they're having the same idea. They want to try and gatekeep that button and prevent their opponent from getting the double extract points. So that's, I think, what's going through both of these competitors' heads right now. Not wanting to let the opponent get those double extract bonus points.
Meanwhile, Walker breaking off to the left here now. He feels like he's probably sat still for long enough. He's going towards the train station. Is he
Yeah.
hoping for train extract, or is he just looking to farm some scavs here?
We can't take
Well, he does still need to plant that objective at the train station, I believe.
in the last 10 minutes.
And with that, I believe that's Gary's final objective to mark. So Gary could potentially try and go extract now.
Oof. Couple of scavs here. Good
Bullshit
work.
I did.
Wow.
Bullshit.
Lots
I
of
did.
scav bodies here.
What?
Needs to fix that broken leg and
Dude, I
switch
just
out that
fucking
drum
stabbed
mag.
that scav. There's no fucking shot. What am I doing?
Walker putting some kills up on the board. He does still need to mark 2 objectives. Not that he has to extract, but he certainly wants to try and get those points to secure his second place position. Let's see if Gary TV can find a way to prevent Walker from getting any more points and try and overtake him here.
10 points, 14.
Absolutely. I think Walker just dropped that drum mag as well. So now he is down to 30s.
If you get this smoke,
We have seen B
and I was on
impactful this competition.
67 after shoreline.
Ari deciding to move
It's not enough, man.
towards Weewoo. He might be about to hit this as well, which is a big,
I got a
huge
better than one I got last time.
kill me
I got
for Walker.
96. Might be paying attention.
Indeed, and for Walker to be by the train station, able to cut him off, I'm sure if he hears that switch flip, he will almost certainly go to interdict Gary. And it goes! Gary's hit it! The race is on!
Dude, we
He's
can
a very
take
short
this.
time to try and get there, and Walker trying to put himself in a position to ambush him.
This could get spicy because Walker, of course, has to throw a smoke on that roof, which means Gary's going to see that and potentially get the heads up that there's someone in the area.
It be true.
Smoke is down for Walker.
Now, just as a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, even though the hermetic extract is open, Walker cannot take it because he did not activate the extract himself. So while he can stop Gary, he cannot take the extract himself for the extract bonus.
They are both closing in. Walker throwing grenades into K buildings as Gary approaches from the other side. This is going to be interesting.
Ooh. Ooh, Gary hears it. He's doubling back. All Walker needs to do here is prevent Gary from reaching the extract. He doesn't necessarily need to kill him.
If that's a competitor, dude.
That'll give him some breathing.
Oh,
Oh, taking shots.
Yeah,
oh my God, shotgun.
Oh, player scav. Good kill, Gary.
Walker heard that. You heard him say, "Is that a competitor? If that's a competitor," so he knows that might be. That was a risky moment there.
Walker has made his way underneath, trying to loop around.
Is he trying to come up behind Gary here? In case he is. Good movement by Walker here. Really aggressive.
Big time.
Oh no, maybe not that aggressive. He going back the other way. Woo.
Gary throwing a grenade, trying to distract from whoever might be camping this extract. I'm sure that's going through his mind here. Gary TV might make this. He might get these bonus points.
I'm stupid, it's fine. I'm positively stupid.
Ooh.
Great stuff
Ooh.
from Gary.
Oh! Oh no! There was a camper. He didn't check the door, but he still got the kill. Let's go, Gary. Great play.
What?
Oh,
Let's go, dude.
that was,
Bro.
whoo, that was
We
close.
got, like,
Gotta check your
that right
corners,
there.
dude. But I guess not if you're Gary.
after completing
Right, that
the
right there is why reserve is not my map.
so
There's
fast,
just
just
player
building on
scavs
just like
jumping out of trees, doorways,
Yeah.
you name it. But GG, sorry, well done, dude. Fantastic final raid from him.
Amazing. Amazing performance from Gary TV, putting up an unbelievable amount of points already. We're waiting to see the final score tallied here. This is going to be very, very close.
I hit this, I run straight down. There's no objectives down there. The only thing we gotta do is pray that no one snipes us the second that we leave this door.
So we are hearing from the battle mods working to tally up the score. It looks like Gary is going to be the second highest all-time EU reserve score here, putting up just an unbelievable amount of points on this raid. Exceptional performance by Gary TV here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. We did say it was all still to play for. There was definitely could be in the contention for the money, and so it appears. Just a fantastic reserve raid as we wait on Walker to hit the button and try and make it to extract himself. He, of course, also having a great raid. He just needs to not die here.
This is it.
And then we will really
It's
be
destined,
close with
bro.
the
I
scores.
guarantee you I don't pull this shit off. Me getting a goal.
And the race is on once again for the extract.
Making up for factory.
Making up for bro, I'm still upset. Stop. Bro, I could win this tournament with 200 points and still be upset that I didn't get to play a proper raid of factory. I really wanted to.
Get some get goods in the chat there for Walker as he moves towards the final extract as well.
Oh, you gotta be careful. Maybe it was raiders there.
He did unfortunately have a rough factory raid this go, but so did two of our other competitors. And he's certainly more than made up for it tonight with his follow-on raids.
I will try.
Getting really good points in customs, a solid performance on the interchange Chad run, and culminating here on reserve. Just an outstanding performance by all these competitors tonight, fighting through what was some really rough hands they were dealt there for a while.
Exactly. You know, we said that after factory it was about their bounce back ability basically to come back from what was a terrible raid for most of the competitors. And to the credit of all of them, they've all had great raids throughout this competition. Black's just having a fantastically consistent night though, going down here in that final raid, but I think he's probably done enough to secure that first place. So now it really is just down to who comes in and gets the second place prize.
Probably got a minute to a minute and a half on timer.
The battle mod saying he's probably got about a minute and a half left. Oh, that might have cost him. He's trying to pick up some extra points. Is it worth it?
If we lose by 1 point now, I'm gonna be. What the?
Again, not knowing how many points he needs to secure that second place. He's worried now, but it looks like he might be okay getting out with these double extract bonus points. GG's, Walker.
What a great raid. GG's. Always entertaining as well.
Oh, Walker, once again, at the end, making us clinch a little bit harder than we need to. Really just putting on a show for everybody. But with that, it concludes our EU Championship. And man, was it a battle for the ages. We saw some ups, we saw some downs. Some of our competitors, unfortunately, very much got TARKOV today, and it happens. We have seen this before in the past. I mean, regardless of how you feel about TARKOV, TARKOV is a game of timing, it's a game of chance, and it's a game of luck. And it's one of those situations where at any moment, any one of those three things can fall apart for you, or they can all succeed and help propel you forward. Now our battle mods are in the process of getting those scores ready. But what I want to ask you, Jeepo, what did you think about Walker's performance? He played that very, very slow at the end. What did you think about that?
We've seen him do that all night, but to his credit, it's paid off for him. We know he can't rely on his long-range shooting, so he has to take it slow. He has to get points. He'll not thank me for saying that. He has to get points where he can, and that's clearing those objectives, closing the distance to people. And actually, jokes aside, he had a fantastic tournament the whole way through. Big props to him. Very consistent.
He truly did. We will never really know if that scav died on that roof. I think he might have laid down, but that is between Walker and his battle mods. But Spectre, for you, what was your takeaway? I mean, we unfortunately saw Blanks go down during that match, but he was so far out in the head. But do you think that, because of his score, like if the other competitors knew that, do you think they would have pushed harder, or do you think that was just the greatest play of how they did it?
I mean, I don't think that they would have played it any differently. I think they all put up really strong performances. They attacked that really well. Looking at the points, as we'll see in a little bit, that Gary TV put on the board, the second highest points in the entire tournament on that map. He had an amazing raid, getting pretty lucky with the 2 hatchlings early on, picking up those kills. He had a lot of kills. He hit all of his objectives. He did as good as he could do. Unfortunately, he just had so far to come up from those first couple raids. He did what he could have done.
Yeah, and we saw, the thing about having an Altanar Riz T on, we saw this with Spectre with Blitzer, when she was going up the stairs, the audio cue not happening, because those helmets can be very detrimental to your hearing, and not knowing there was a player in that building and her getting dropped. But much love to all of our competitors. They all put on so much work. But are you ready, gentlemen? Is everybody at home ready to find out who your EU solo champion is for this season? Let's go ahead and take a look and see what we have. And there we have it, chat. Blank TV, 132 points. Blank set a new record for scav kills with 41. Total kills with 49. Huge showing from Blank. Walker coming in with second at 102 points. Gary making his way from fourth up to third. Gary literally was sitting at 0 points for half of the competition. To make up that many that fast is an outstanding feat. And then Blitzer finishing fourth with 59.5. Every single one of these competitors had the opportunity to win today. They are all the best of the best that we have seen in EU this season. So much love to every single one of them. But Blanks is your Season 5 champion. Let's get some hype in chat for Blanks. Show some love to all of the competitors. And I mean, it was a show that I am very, very excited to have been a part of. Gentlemen, it has been a pleasure, as always, casting with every one of you today. And you both, I mean, great guys. Jeepo, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you in the future.
Absolutely. You can find me very simply at Jeepo TV on Twitch, Jeepo TV on Twitter, and Jeepo TV on YouTube. I do stream Tarkov as much as I can, 4 or 5 days a week. Try to do the weekends after work as well. And yeah, Tarkov's the main game and will be for the foreseeable future, I imagine, with the new patch coming soon. Soon,
TM. And Spectre, tell all of the folks at home where they can find you.
Spectre21 at Twitch and just about all the socials. I stream during the day, usually starting around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, streaming for a few hours, 5 days a week. I would love to have you all swing by and talk Tarkov.
Yes, and both of these gentlemen are absolutely passionate about Tarkov. You want to get into some good conversations about the game, Go show them some love. Hit those follows. Once again, I am your host, Unfluffy Bunny. You can find me on Twitch at Unfluffy Bunny, Twitter, Unfluffy Bunny _, YouTube, Unfluffy Bunny. You can find, just anywhere there's an Unfluffy Bunny, you can find me. But it has been a pleasure. I hope you have all enjoyed the show as much as we have enjoyed casting it for you. And be on the lookout. Make sure you are going to the evasion.gg website, because we will have the worldwide duos competition coming up, where NA and EU will be going against each other to see who is the best of the best squads across the planet. I am so excited for this. I can't wait to cast it. But what we are going to do is go ahead and raid our champion and show our champion some love. Everybody, get ready to say big congratulations to Blanks, and we will see you here at Evasion for the next event. Much love to everybody. Have a great night.